Shouldn't have done that. I'm no T-Pain. T-Pain has been doing some dope raps on his Twitch. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Welcome to another installment of Appabend's meme stream. We got a bunch of stuff. Actually, no, not much stuff, because I've been very, very busy in the past couple of weeks trying to configure a bunch of stuff. Might as well just put that on the topic that I want to talk about before we actually get to the hooplas. Anyway, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing very well. What have you guys been up to? What have you guys been listening to? What you guys have been reading, watching, playing, fapping to? Let me know in the chat. We're gonna spend the first 1 hour, 11 minutes of the stream to chat about stuff, chat about streams, chat about things, other things that you guys want to chat about in the chat before we actually get to the hooplas, which there aren't really a lot, but yeah, it's still good enough for a 2 hour stream, for a 2 hour or maybe a 1 hour 30 minutes, actually just around 2 hours stream. So it's not gonna be that much, but hey, at least we got a stream today. And ladies and gentlemen, as usual, don't forget to donate to the Streamlabs links down below, because YouTube doesn't let me to super chat. As for what I've been doing, okay, let me show you, because I've been doing a lot of stuff, and this stuff has been absolutely infuriating me. It's been just bothering the living crap out of me. So first off, I think I already talked about this on Twitter, but my capture card, the Razer Ripsaw, has unfortunately passed away. It has passed away, it has died, and I can't use it anymore. So I have to buy a new capture card, which is the Elgato HD60S. And that costs a lot of money. Well, that's one cost of money. And the second cost of money is I got myself a used PS3 because I am so freaking bored. There's really not much games to play aside from, well, suppose there's Crusader Kings 3, which I did play, and I really enjoyed it. I thought Crusader Kings was it was very, very accessible for the beginners, and I'm not really that much of a Crusader Kings guy. I've tried Crusader Kings 2, but man, it's just way too complicated for you. There's way too much learning curve. But Crusader Kings 3 is very accessible. Played it, very easy to get into, very accessible, and I really love the features, really love the mods and everything like that. I really like it. It's very friendly for those who are not really that much into grand strategy games. But I really like it. I enjoyed Crusader Kings 3. But aside from that, there haven't been really a lot of games that I really want to play, that I really want to just, or at least on PC. So I just bought a used PS3, and unfortunately the used PS3 is already outfitted with a custom firmware, which means that I have to figure out how to install games manually there. And the problem is, the finicky thing about that, it's a slim PS3, not a super slim PS3, but a slim PS3. The thing about the slim PS3 is that it already has a custom firmware inside it, and the custom firmware is actually based on version 3.55, but the latest firmware from the Sony website is version 4.86, and I thought, how are they going to be able to get the 4.86 version? And I need to update the custom firmware there, which is like 4.84, so that I can go to 4.86, which is the latest version. But unfortunately, in order to do that, I have to go back to 3.55 and then update it to 3.57, and then I update it to 4.81. Just a bunch of stuff, because it's used PS3, it's custom pirated PS3, because there's a lot of pirates in here. And speaking of pirates, well, at least I can get my PS3s in a ROM file. I don't have to like burn the copies of PS3 discs that I have. So I have to acquire it through not so legal means. But aside from that, speaking of pirates, one thing I absolutely hate when the PS3 gets more as popular as the PS2 back in the 2010s, is the fact that there are so many freaking Chinese knockoffs. We're gonna talk about fakes. This shit controller over here is fake as fuck, nibba. I hate this so much. So this is a PS3 controller, a fake Chinese PS3 controller that works on the PS3, but unfortunately it's fake. And the reason why I know it's fake is I tried playing House of the Dead 4 on it, and there's a prompt on the screen that says, hey, shake your controller. I shake the controller, and it didn't register. Why doesn't it register? Because it doesn't have motion sensor. Because motion sensor is expensive to make. These Chinese knockoff brands don't want to buy these, don't want to put motion sensors in these controllers. But hey, at least it works in other games. Okay, unfortunately, Well, fortunately, my DualShock 4 does have motion sensor, but unfortunately, it's not natively supported by Sony, or at least you thought it is. You can play games normally with it, but the problem is the rumble doesn't work and the motion sensor doesn't work, even though it has motion sensor in it. So the irony of the entire thing is, I bought a PS3 to play House of the Dead 4, but unfortunately, the PS3 that I have has shit freaking fake controllers that doesn't have motion sensor. The only way for me to play House of the Dead 4 is if I download RPCS3, as in a PS3 emulator, and then I hook it up to my PC and play House of the Dead there, which the motion control does work. So imagine buying a PS3 and find out that the game that you want didn't work because the controller's fake, only to download an emulator and play the game there anyway. What the fuck have I been wasting that money to buy a PS3 for? Fuck me. Well, at least Infamous and Red Dead Redemption and a bunch of other PS3 games still run very well, which those are the games that I played there. Those are pretty enjoyable. Infamous, we still haven't heard of any remaster Infamous. Sucker Punch, please give us Infamous Remastered. Infamous 2. You kind of forgot those games. Those games just be forgotten in the plane of existence. Also Red Dead Redemption Uno. No one remembers that game anymore. Or at least no one cares about the game anymore because the second game is out, and the second game is a prequel, which is a smart move that Rockstar did so that they can just just forget about John's story in Red Dead Redemption. No one cares about that. Let's not port this game to the PC or anything. Let's just leave it completely on the verge of the history of the PlayStation 3. The other game that I tested was Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which is very appropriate that I just downloaded Scott Pilgrim vs. the World and put it on the PS3 and just like, hey, this game is cool. I played it, everything like that. Finally, I got a copy of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game. And then Ubisoft Forward came in and announced, hey, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, the game is going to be out on PS4, Switch, and all of the consoles right now. And I'm like, oh, god damn it. God freaking damn it. I was so close in here. And that was also at the same time where RPCS3 has support for multiplayer for Scott Pilgrim vs. the World as well. Man, so freaking topical. It's almost every single journey, with the exception of a couple of games. All the journey that I went through to make sure that I play PS3 games has been moot. But hey, at this moment, I am installing Skate 3 and Tales of Xillia, which is apparently the best Tales game aside from the other ones. The game Tales so good that it has a sequel. So you know what? Let's play those. I got a bunch of backlogs there on the PS3, but anyway. Well, I rambled a lot. I forgot there's a super chat. A Chaos Sonic 1 donated $1. I need to replay that again, might as well. With everything going on with Disney and the Mulan dumpster fire, I am just laughing like as a madman. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. Donations. Allow me to acquire the refund of all my struggle and make sure to get the PS3 working. I need to do some hacksaw shit just to figure out how the custom firmware works. But anyway, sorry about that. Let's get to the chat here. Kenji's mildly upset, I see. Kenji's not really involved. I just tried to find a reaction image that's fitting for my reaction. Not really my reaction. I was just kind of laughing to the entire thing because, I mean, seriously, it's just dumb. The entire Mulan saga is just dumb. Anyone who watches Mulan, the new Mulan, is dumb. I mean, why would you even do that? Come on, yeah. There are much better things to spend on. Okay. Speaking of, let me show you something very cool. I think I showed this on Twitter. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is my microphone at 30% gain. This is my microphone at 0% gain. Wait, you can still hear me. Hold on a second. Let me double check. Oh, wait a second. This microphone is at 0% gain, and yet y'all can still hear me. Here, this is the microphone at 30% gain. If I bump it up all the way like to 70, you can hear the clipping very evidently. So I have to put it at 30%. If I put it at 0%, y'all can still hear me, which I find fucking absurd. It's the dumbest thing. I don't know why. It's just completely bug Windows 10. It's just buggy. Newest Windows 10 bugs. Oh, it's always buggy with these USB microphones. It also happens with my Fi-Fine. So, anyway, let's get here. Gotta finish LB2. LB2. By the way, I replayed Ace Combat 7. It's so good. Gonna try continue grinding for the ML parts to improve it. Cool. Ace Combat 7 is indeed pretty good. So let's see here. Aloha, Appa. Aloha, indeed. Let's get down to business to watch the meme stream. Hello, Appa. How are you doing? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much. Stream time and everything. Lots and lots of figuring out stuff just to get the PS3 working. Currently playing Persona 4 Golden. Cool. Uzaki-chan getting a dub, and that's why I watch sub. Hey, Appa in chat. Just finished Higurashi Season 1. Cool. Actually, speaking of finishing, animes or mangas related, I forgot to tell you that I did see a couple of shows that I see and about to see, actually. Oh, yeah. There are a bunch of things. So, let me show you this. So, first off, I've seen The Boys Season 2, which we're going to talk about in a bit because there's a character that caused a lot of hoopla in it. Actually, The Boys in general. I thought The Boys was fun. Everybody was hyping it. It's such a good, like, really new twist in the formula of the superhero genre. And I watched the game. Watched the show, and I'm like, it's fine. It's just fine. It's enjoyable. It's interesting, but not amazing. And then what else I got? Oh yeah, this, ladies and gentlemen, is Detective Conan Special Edition. Oh man, this. With the aside from 4 books, this is pretty much my childhood right here. Packed into, just completely jammed into one pack of books. Just books and books of Detective Conan, which I love Detective Conan, but I really, really love this book. And you see, this is a special edition. I think I said on my last stream that I tried to find a scanlation for the special edition and it just doesn't exist. There's no scanlation for the special edition. So the special edition is basically a bunch of short stories being packed into a single comic. So they're not really main story, the main manga, but it's just a bunch of short stories being done by Aoyama Gosho's assistants, and they're being jammed into this. So these are just a collection of side stories being done by their team. And this is the one I grew up with instead of the main series. And yeah, I just read a bunch of them when I was a kid, and I absolutely love these. And the fact that I can get it, I just miss reading manga back in the physical form. It's just so great. But yeah, the scanlation for this version doesn't exist at anywhere. I tried to find it. I can only find the first volume. Aside from that, nothing. It's just couldn't find it. Which is why I bought these packs, which is not very expensive. All of them cost like $10 for all of them, which is very, 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 very cheap. Then again, they're all secondhand, so. Been playing Summer and Mara, great game, really relaxing. Also started playing Blaze Blue Calamity Trigger because of a friend. I still suck big balls at VS fighting game. Got the chance to play Conquest of Crystal Palace on NES this past week. I find so many fetishes and dojins. One day it's fleshy human horses, today it's uglification. Yeah, they exist. It's been a while. Hack PS3 is lit. It is lit. It's just, it requires some big brain hackser mode for you to be able to figure everything out. And actually, the copy. My copy's already done, so let me try to. Let me quit the PS3 for a bit. I got Tales of Xillia is there, and I'm just gonna need to copy the 2 package files. The one that has the DLC and one that's the DLC, one that's the what do you call it? One that's DLC and one that's the update. There we go. PKG. Is it a PKG or packages? Oh, it's in packages. So I'm just gonna delete all of these. Yeah, you can't see it. Give me a minute. It's Multiman. If you don't know what Multiman is, it's basically their custom homebrew PS3 solution to install games. Just homebrew stuff. It's complicating. Have you heard Mulan got banned? We'll get to that. Nintendo Switch game Windows shopping, planning on getting Dead or Alive Extreme T Scarlet and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I know, right? I have so many games, so I don't feel like playing any of them. I was thinking of what gunplug kit to get, either the real grade Gundam MK2 or the high grade full armor Gundam. Oh, excuse me, cool. I've been playing Tokyo Xanadu X Plus. That is a very, very okay game, but the soundtrack is very good because it's Neon Falcon. Prince of Persia reveal bothered me. Odd of them to bring out the game for the PS2 when the PS5 is coming very soon. How is that odd? I was doing multiple Demon Fusion SMT4 Apocalypse, which actually, considering that SMT4 and Fire Emblem Awakening are all working on Chitra, might as well get Chitra. Watching episode 8 to 17 of JoJo Part 4. Oh, now that you remind me, I did read more JoJo Part 6. I was reading it all the way up to the point where they met that mysterious, that swamp guy, that green swamp thing. I forgot what its fucking name is. I was reading it all the way up to that point. So, yeah, aside from that, I couldn't really remember that much. And finally, the main villain, at least I think, was revealed at the end of episode 17. Kira, I can't wait to watch Kira in action. Kira is among some of the best JoJo villains, legit. Some of the best JoJo villains out there. So, it's great. I've been listening to classic 2000 tunes. I love Kanye's first 2 albums, College Dropout, Late Registration. Do you plan on playing First Snow? It's done by some guys who did Kato Shoujo, specifically Lily's Route. I'm no plans to play that. What do you think about the mass situation in your country? Canada is mostly complacent with the rest of the West. It's a mixed bag. Also, role-playing might need to listen to the time you answered. My mask situation, I'm still required to pretty much wear masks everywhere. So I too have a custom firmware Slim PS3. Play Persona 5 Vanilla on it for free. Yeah, that's cool. Our Animemes is back and they seem to have removed the trap ban. Huh. Well, good for them. 50 hours in Witcher 3 and not finished with the third map. I was wondering why National Anthem seems to have a relatively high dislike ratio. Huh. My brother told me that many people think they're manipulative people. Really? I'm going to call it fished it from the high seas. There we go. I would like to play my PS3 games on PC. Hey fam, hey appa, how is everyone doing? I'm going to learn to bake some stuff today. That'll be interesting. I'm also planning to get a capture card to play Switch games on my stream. Cool. I'm playing Evo, The Theory of Evolution. It's a PC 98 RPG that was later remade for the NES. That's very cool. I have real controllers, but they're dead. Oof. China is asshole. Been seeing a lot of PS3 knockoff controllers lately. F to being chomped by zombies. The Scott Pilgrim game getting released. Let's fucking go! Appa, you should watch Modern Warfare's playlist of tutorials on PS3. I already did. I watched a lot of tutorials on PS3 modding in general. Don't worry, I get the gist of it. I get most of the things. It's just that it can be very complicating for pretty much literally newbies can just get completely lost in trying to figure this shit out because it is something that does require figuring out. Anyway, there you go. Turn off my system. I'm done with this shit. I'm gonna do the installation later. Appa, I've acquired this interactive entertainment software via the assistance of a swashbuckling sailor. Been catching up on anime, playing games, and composing music. China is as whole. Along with role-playing and walking a lot. Have you played No Straight Roads? I have not played No Straight Roads. Yeah, I can't play Sly Cooper 4 because I need motion controls. Really sucks that game is unplayable now. Yep. Speaking of controller, I fixed the Joy-Con drift my 360 Rock Candy controller I suffered from, except the fix stucks the L3 input always on. Jeez. This whole stream is a motion controller land. Speaking of controllers, I sent my Switch Pro controller to a tech repair shop. Is it normal that repair takes almost a month? Well, you're trying to repair a proprietary hardware from Nintendo, so of course it's going to take a month. It's going to take a long time. Actually, just to check, make sure you check on it. Live and learn with PS3. Exactly. Infamous 1, then no 3. There's no Infamous 3 because Infamous 2 concludes the entire story of Cole. If there's Infamous 3, I would Sucker Punch in the face. I would Sucker Punch. Appa, Red Dead, good, but no John. Appa, I got a new pair of headphones. It's a personal tradition. The first thing. Oh yeah, I got a new pair of headphones as well because my old headphones is trash. It's broken. So yeah, I spent a lot of money in the past couple of days. Anyway. Sony and their second-party devs forgot many of their titles. Anyone remember Twisted Metal or Siphon Filter? Siphon Filter. I played Siphon Filter Dark Mirror a lot when I was a kid, and that game was dope. As a personal tradition, the first thing I used them was for holding out for a hero to the end of the night. Red Dead Redemption Uno sounds interesting. What does the reverse card sounds right? Live and learn, Appa. Dude, every time I want to play a game, port remaster comes out, I can't get it. Why? Appa versus the world. Now that makes sense. Grace's F is my favorite. Appa to Ubisoft. They can't keep getting away with it. Hey Appa, did you see Ubisoft remaster Prince of Persia feels Batman? I haven't seen the remaster. I've seen the news, but I haven't seen the trailer. It's cool that they remaster Prince of Persia, but apparently people say that it's not good. So or they don't have a good impression out of it. So hello Appa in chat, but Appa is not a master enough to play Tales of Xillia is currently my favorite Tales game. They'll probably dig it a lot. The sequel, not so much. Keep that in mind. Kenji Returns, best anime arc. Have you played Code Vein? Have I played Code Vein? Code Vein, I have not only played Code Vein, I have made a video on Code Vein. I have put Code Vein as my best game of 2019. You should go and check them out. It's on my channel. Why do you stream in 480p? Internet, fam. Internet sucks. A better alternative to the new Mulan is the dude David Copperfield. New Mulan boring. If it wasn't for YouTube videos getting in my recommendations about how the movie is bad, I would have completely forgotten about it. Yeah. I heard they made Mulan gay in the movie. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I don't know, because I don't see the film. I wouldn't even bother pirating the film. I have much better things to spend on. Like, I want to see the Boondocks again. It's been a while since I see the Boondocks. Original Mulan is much better than new Mulan. Well, it's obvious. Appa's microphone, this isn't even my final form. You know, this whole art Twitter trend of turning characters black really comes off of being hypocritical to me, knowing these are the same people who get busy at any stem over a person of color being off. Yeah. Why waste $20 for Disney Plus and then some new Mulan DLC? Dr. Mas Lucas, they can't. The script is CCP approved. My parents watched the new Mulan and they liked it. May have to make them watch the original one. Isn't it kind of funny that Scott Pilgrim vs. the World Complete Edition and Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake is exclusive to Uplay? Ubisoft. Just playing Resident Evil 6 because I want to know what's so bad with this entry. Okay, let me try to explain to you what's so bad with Resident Evil 6. The gameplay is really bad. The FOV is way too close. You're going to get disoriented a lot when you play the game. The overall gameplay of it, the co-op is still fine. It's still enjoyable, but the gameplay overall is just not as interesting or not as good, as fun to play as the previous games. Not only that, but actually the story overall I really like. A lot of people say the story is pretty bad, but I really love how the story just converges, split the story into three, and how the characters just meet at coincide and they just clash in each and every story. In a lot of parts of the story they coincide and clash with each other, and how everything is interconnected. I like that idea. I want that idea to be done more. Unfortunately, they didn't do that in Resident Evil 2 remake. Anyway, I don't think she cares too much. Who cares too much? Ace Combat 7 is going to get new plane soon. Ooh. Do you own a laptop? Any good ones? I own the Acer Nitro 7. This is the Acer Nitro 7 laptop. You can see the specs right down below. It's an Acer Nitro 7 with an Intel Core i7-9750H and a GTX 1660 Ti. This is the laptop I've been using for streaming, for playing video games and everything like that, including the ones I play emulator in there. This is the laptop I've been using. And if you want to check out which are the good laptops to buy, to recommend, I recommend you a channel called Jared's Tech. It's a very good channel, really comprehensive, straight to the point reviews of laptops. If you want to get a glimpse on which good laptops for you to buy, it's channels right there. Anyway, love shitting my pants playing Resident Evil 1. Hey Appa, what upcoming games are you excited for the most? Actually, none. Aside from Cyberpunk 2077. That's the only one game that I'm really genuinely excited. Aside from that, not really. I couldn't really get excited for any other games. I don't like The Boys hype, to be honest. It's alright, popcorn show. I think the show is good. Has our prophet Kenji resurfaced? Not really. Avatar The Last Airbender and Code Lyoko are honorary anime for the US and France. Well, they are. I wouldn't say they are honorary animes. They are animes. Imagine if Uzaki-chan isekai in interspecies reviewers by Truck-kun. Ooh. What a cool collection, dude. Yeah. I'm actually gonna buy more. Just gonna buy it for the version. This is actually volume 19 to 31. I'm gonna buy it from volume 1 to 36. Buy it again, because these things over here, these are the only physical media that of Detective Conan Special Edition, and I don't know if scanning them. Scanning them obviously is illegal, and distributing them is illegal. But well, what can you do? I would love to get a similar thing for Doraemon. That's hefty movie, Keyblade. Canon? What is it, canon? Canon? Side story. Yeah, it's not canon. There we go. The Boys is okay, but the Christian episode was cringe. The message is outdated and heavily handed. It would have been more placed in the early 2000s. I mean, The Boys is making fun of literally everything. The Boys makes fun of the PC corporate culture. It's making fun of corporations as a whole. The Boys is basically if Justice League is run by a TMZ, which ironically they referenced TMZ in the second season. And it's just it's just dumb. It's just really dumb, stupid, but fun. And one thing I can say with The Boys is fun. Good. I wouldn't say it's good. It's the same. It's the same kind of fun and enjoyment that I get from Sherlock. Sherlock was pretty fun, but it was dumb. It was really, really freaking dumb. But it was fun. I enjoyed Sherlock. Fuck you, autocorrect. How does it change Appa to Alan? Horse Girl Futa was pretty hot. I'm gonna cry for Guild to come. As for my gaming activity, just finished Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain and Tomba 2. Now I'm currently playing Blaster Master and Metal Gear Rising. Cool. Multi-Man, wasn't he one of the impossibles? 6760 donated 1 buck. Sup guys, sorry it took so long. My therapist called me because she confused Tuesday for Monday due to Labor Day. That's pretty much fine. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Recently finished Valkyria Chronicles 1 on PC. Absolutely amazing. Cool. Afternoon, Ababen. Afternoon. Playing Bully on PC. Cool. Did you hear Scott Pilgrim vs. the World? The game is on the Switch. Yes, I've already heard that. I talked about that a couple of 10, 20, 30, 40 minutes ago. A couple of minutes ago. Not Foo Fighters. The other, not Foo Fighters. The green monster thingy. The other that got resurrected out of not Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters was fighting another guy when I think it was Jolene when the other chick was going away from. I miss those days when I could actually unlock costumes, etc. in games by hard work. One example would be Warriors franchise. The only way for more costumes is freaking DLC. Also, Scott Pilgrim game getting re-released. Heck yeah. Started playing Re-Reckoning. Actually, I need to check out Kingdoms Re-Reckoning. It's actually one good news from UB, yeah? Actually just got done watching session 17 of Cowboy Bebop just before coming to stream. Also for the 13th, I'll be playing the original Super Mario Bros. On an NDS on a real CRT TV. That's cool. It's a girl. Fire, lightning. What's up, guys and gals? Have you heard of Alibaba and the Gold Raiders? I haven't heard of that. Diavolo, relatable because he's coward. We'll be talking about people blaming the forest fires at the gender reveal party. We'll talk about that. But the question is, can Gilgamesh beat Airman? Part 4's charm is that it is more grounded. The villain is not an immortal bisexual vampire with the ability to stop time. Why go back to our animes when our good animes exist? Exactly. The Oscars are a final nail in the Hollywood cop, and who cares about the Oscars at this point? I mean, seriously, why are y'all caring about the Oscars? Endless trash. I'm grilling ribs during the stream. Started Princess Maker. Turns out I'm a fan of Raising Sims. They're pretty relaxing, and it's interesting to see how your daughter turns out by the end. Cool. I check out one of the Princess Maker games for free. China being bent over Mulan. I have planned to get No Straight Roads until the game got Epic Game Store exclusive. Well, there you go. That pretty much doesn't seal the deal for my games. Actually, I'm just gonna wait. Thankfully, there are many games in my backlog that allows me to wait until games actually get a proper Steam release. So anything is motion controls if you try hard enough. China bans Mulan, plus I've gotten worse for Disney. Also heard funniest part with Viz. Should we worry? Why are y'all worried about Funimation in general? I don't care about Funimation right now. Funimation, we've established that they've been trash, so don't care about trash. Simple. What about Second Son? Second Son was meh, not amazing. Isn't Infamous Second Son Infamous 3? No, it is not. It is not. It has a new protagonist. I only played Second Son since I don't have PS3. It was fun. It was meh. Remaster looks bad. All the Ubisoft bad news not giving me hope for the next Rocksmith game. All right. Also, you heard that Reich stuff is going to release interspecies reviewers on DVD and Blu-ray? Cool. They're calling it a remake rather than a remaster. Oh, that explains it. Reverse Red Dead Redemption, Blue Life Damnation. Hi, Appa. Sorry, I'm out to have a very controversial opinion. Any political movement, regardless any good they had always will be tainted by some individuals. How is that a controversial opinion? That's common sense. Played any of the Legacy of Kain games? I have them on Steam. I haven't tested them. I do want to play them. Any thoughts on the new Crash Bandicoot, or is it not your thing? Crash Bandicoot was my childhood. Don't get me wrong. I really loved playing Crash Bandicoot when I was a kid. I love Crash Team Racing a lot, but for some reason, as an adult, it just didn't click to me nowadays. So Crash Bandicoot 4, yeah, it got announced. Not really my thing. Did you see what ruined VeggieTales? 1 hour essay by Saberspark. I haven't seen it. Mulan, the concentration camp movie. Also, Rocksmith requires a special cable to work. You have to buy a physical object as well as a guitar to play it. Yes. That's pretty, yeah. I play a gacha game where the power creep gets so bad they invented 2 new rarities to make even better cash grab. All Disney animated better than the remakes. They wouldn't make Mulan gay because China. Hey Appa, how do I use torrent safely? Use a VPN. Use a VPN. The VPN that I use is private internet access Private internet access. It gives you very safe and secure private internet for everybody. You can download all of your stuff without the needs of the IPs and your ISPs to coming in and haunt you and everything like that. Check out down below for more information. Just kidding. I don't have a PIA sponsorship, but PIA is the one that I use. Thank you, Linus. Anyway, Robotnik donated to $1. I've watched Let's Play of Square Enix's Avengers. Kamala Khan clearly feels like a teenage girl win by 40-something adults. The game's humor tried to be like the MCU without any wit or charm. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. I don't care about Marvel's Avengers. It looks trash. It looks trash. Everybody says it's trash, and therefore I just don't care about it. I just move on to other things. Might as well just talk about older games, because that's what I want to talk about. Hello, Appa in chat. New Mulan really misses the point by giving her chi superpowers like Elsa's ice powers. Appa, have you heard about anime manga series called Hayore Nyaruko-san? Yes, I think I've referenced Nyaruko-san quite a bit in my previous videos. It's a harem series with H.P. Lovecraft characters. Yes, I know about that. Because of China, I'm conflicted about buying Total War 3 Kingdoms. I'll just stick with Crusader Kings 2. Hello, Appa. Have you seen the gender reveal memes? People, yes, we'll get to that. Have you heard a game called Tell Me Why? It got banned in several countries, including Malaysia, Indonesia, and Singapore because of LGBTQ+++++. Of course, it's to be expected. Scott Pilgrim's coming to Switch. Can we king shame cat fetishes already? Well, sure, go ahead if that's your thing. If that's what you want to do. Ubisoft is better than Ubisoft. Coronel likes approve. But I like 6. I'm not saying that I don't like 6. I do like elements of 6. I do like certain elements of 6, but as a gameplay, the game as a whole is just meh. There are elements that I really like the story, but the gameplay, not a fan. I enjoyed the gameplay. Yes, you should scat fetish nasty as fuck. I think story was so over the top. Well, every Resident Evil story is over the top. Ubisoft's gonna be Alpha's equivalent of RT Gaming's David Cage. Ubisoft, I just don't like Ubisoft these days. Ubisoft. Resident Evil 6 was okay. Speaking of the PS3, I have 2 of them and one of them got struck by lightning and has been acting weird ever since. The other one acts like a healer with the amount of hot air comes out. Cool. What anime trope do you absolutely hate? I can't really think of one at the top of my head right now. Would you accept an offer to have your own U2s? What the hell is U2s? Exclusive to Uplay? What does exclusive that means anyway? Trails of Cold Steel? What about Trails of Cold Steel? Appa, are you a Toho fan? Not really. Weird question. Have you ever had Poison Ivy? I don't think so. I'm in a minority. I'm more excited for Psychonauts 2 than Cyberpunk 2077. Psychonauts 2. Have you seen what the developers of Psychonauts 2 been up to lately? I'm excited for the Dungeon of Nahul book. I tried the demo. The gameplay is XCOM light, but the humor of the series is still present. All right. Monica will be the voice of Uzaki. Well, why should you care? It's a dub of Uzaki. Why should you care? Honore Ubisoft. Resident Evil 7 as a horror game was fine, but it's perfectly understandable if one doesn't like it because of how it blew the previous established lore if you care about its story over gameplay. The thing is, the story of the previous Resident Evil games before 7 is way over the top, way too much, and I think the direction that Resident Evil 7 takes, which is to continue the story in a much further timeline in the future that doesn't have a lot of relations with the stories in the past, is a good decision. It makes Resident Evil 7 more accessible for the newcomers, for people who doesn't want to get it tangled with the previous Resident Evil stupidities. And Resident Evil 8, I think, hopefully can do the same thing. Just entangle itself completely from the stupidity of the previous series. So, from what I've heard, a dub voice actor who hates Uzaki is being forced to play in our dub. Yeah, we saw that. And don't care. I just don't really care about that. I mean, it's funny. It's a dub of Uzaki. Come on, yeah. Anyway, have you played The Outer Worlds? And is it good? Check my review of The Outer Worlds. It's on my channel. I thought it was meh. I'm 300 hours into Cold Steel. 300 hours? God damn. What if... please tell me that you have beaten the game a couple of times. 300 hours seems a bit excessive. What have you been grinding there? Good thing I'm not gonna watch it undead. I watched The Boys Season 1 a bit. It's like the South Park of superhero shows. They'll shit on everyone equally. Sounds like South Park. It's kind of like South Park of superhero. Have you seen the pro gamer move Ubisoft did with its forward presentation? Depends on which move you consider as pro gamer. Releasing Scott Pilgrim the World the game is pro gamer until you find out that it's on Epic Store, or at least last time I checked, or at least because that's what Ubisoft did to do, just put a lot of their games on Epic Store. Prince of Persia remake is definitely on Epic Store, so there's that. I love the Boys comic series. Please tell me the Prime series is good. It's fine. It's different from the comic. I've read the comic. I haven't read it in full, but I've seen the comparison between the comic and the game. The TV series. The comic is definitely a lot wilder in terms of what kind of story that it tackled, the themes and the characters and everything like that. The TV series is more toned down, but it still conveys the overall message just fine. I know what you mean with dumb but fun. I have the same feeling with Aquaman. Aquaman is kind of falls in that category too, actually. Which version of also Venom falls in that category too? The one with Tom Hardy. That was dumb, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Which version of Super Mario 64 is the best version? Why is it Super Mario 64 DS? It's the PC version that can be modded into 60 FPS and 4K. Oh yeah, Super Mario 64 has been unofficially ported to the PC because the source code got found by a bunch of people, and Nintendo is doing their best to take down literally everything fan-made game related because Nintendo is gonna be Nintendo! I heard Monica Rial's cast as Uzaki-chan. The irony is this Monica part of Twitter and Twitter hates Uzaki-chan. Hi up, I recently played Far Cry 5. I was honestly expecting a typical mediocre Ubisoft game, but to my surprise, it's amazingly fun. It's the only Ubisoft game that is worth it. I highly recommend it. I've talked about Far Cry 5 a while ago in my video. I've reviewed the game. It's fine. There are things in the game that I really like that are pretty fun. There are a lot of elements that are definitely improvements over the previous games, but it could have been so much better. It's not amazing. It's not great. It doesn't break the grounds of what I consider to be good or great. It's fine. It's enjoyable. It's fine. What do you think about the hardware both Nvidia and AMD revealed recently? Don't really care. I don't really care because everybody's talking about upgrading to the next RTX 3070, 3080, 3090. The RTX 3070 is going to be 2 times faster than the 2080 Ti, which is precisely why we're going to sell the 2080 Ti into like $500 to $600 on eBay because we're going to buy the 3070. Well, why would you do that? A 2080 Ti is still a very good card, and we haven't seen any benchmarks yet, so okay, I don't know. People are just dumb. And I don't really care because, one, my PC still has the RX 570, and my brother mostly plays Minecraft. Why would I need to upgrade to an RTX 3070 just to have more FPS on my Minecraft? And two, my monitor is 75 Hz. It's not even 144, 244, 360. So even if I buy a new graphics card to play freaking Minecraft, or my brother to play freaking Minecraft, why would you? My monitor is bottlenecking the entire thing, so don't. Anybody who's interested in buying a new graphics card, don't. Just buy the graphics card that works, that fits within your game. I don't get why people are talking about upgrading to the latest, greatest graphics cards. Don't do that. That's not, you're doing PC gaming wrong, or at least budget PC gaming. I'm caring about budget. I'm caring about people's money, but a lot of people are very enthusiastic in the PC gaming sphere that they want to buy the latest and greatest graphics cards. Well, I'm not one of those people. As long as my 1660 Ti and my RX 570 is running, I'm still gonna be running those. Anyway, Mulan shows girls they can't compete with men in any ways possible without having Jedi powers. Finished Metal Gear Solid 1, great game overall. Now that I beat it, I have an excuse to play Sons of Liberty again. Ah, yeah. Actually, speaking of Metal Gear Solid, I do have the the HD collection on the PS3 as well. And Metal Gear Solid 4, obviously. Because I want to play, I have never played Metal Gear Solid 4. Because it's only on PS3. Anyway. Do you heard about the hoopla regarding Paradox games? I haven't heard of the hoopla regarding Paradox games. FYI, Doom is now on a pregnancy kit. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. Has anyone heard of Reach Nintendo Edition? I haven't heard of Reach Nintendo Edition. You're talking about freaking auto-scroll. You're talking about any of the dumb stuff with the Avengers game? I've talked about this last week with the QTE. Aside from that, not really. It's just gonna leave it into their mainstream mind. If there's something that's dumb, there's something that's so dumb and so stupid, I just practically don't care. Like the Avengers game, I just don't care about it. It's because Crystal Dynamics, they make games with trash stories. The stories that they make are just not very good. The Tomb Raider game, the Tomb Raider reboot game stories are not very good. That's why I'm like, no, I'm not going to purchase the Avengers game. It's too much. It's too pricey. Not worth it. I better save my money to buy the PS3, which is infinitely more worth it. At least I got a bunch of games and actually good games. Played any of the Yeast games yet? I haven't played the Yeast games yet. I like the first and the second Infamous. I played Infamous 1 for a while. I suppose a couple of hours, 10 hours at this moment. It's very good. I like Infamous 1. I only just found out about The World Ends With You anime. Yeah, it's been announced a while ago. So, Bella and Wonderland will be at Tokyo Game Show on the last day of September 27. Have you considered buying a PS3 controller overseas instead of local? And waste a lot of money in the process. No, I'm good. Before she is a prudish fuckwit, what mess Funimation did this time? Hey Appa, how's college? I'm literally finished college. I've literally finished college. I am done with college. With the exception of revision. That's it. Revision, and then I'm graduated, free of college. Done. Let's see. Cool name though. Versus Sayu is the best solid, no straight roads. Isn't Funimation going under? How much time do they have left? I finally got myself a new capture device. My last one is 14 years old. Now I need to find an HDMI adapter for the PS2. Oof. Hey man, stop advertising for NordVPN. It's not NordVPN, but I hope Funimation doesn't mess up with The World Ends With You. Well, of course they will. Hopefully the Scott Pilgrim game can release on a PC in case it gets removed again. List their copies everywhere. Dropping into species reviewers despite trying to support the anime industry, and now you have a widely disliked voice actors playing with Zaki-chan. Have you seen Scott Pilgrim vs. the World? The game's coming back. Yes, I saw that. It's cool. It's kind of cool they did that. Physical copies, please. Rumination still has money. Funimation still has money. It needs to go bankrupt. How to be safe on the internet. Step 1, activate your ad block. Step 2, use your brains. Let's see here. Ultimate Alliance 3 is better than Square Enix Avengers. Unironically, that is a good opinion. I never realized how many games they give you for Xbox Game Pass. First month is $1 and I'm going to speed through all the ones I wanted during that month. Yes, actually, you know what? In terms of, if we're going to go talk about console war in general, Xbox has been winning lately. And I mean, Xbox has been seriously winning. A lot of moves that they make are very pro-consumer and I really like that. Xbox Series X is $499, but you can also get the digital-only version, which is $299. These are very, very good prices for consoles, especially with the performance that they offered, or at least on paper. We don't know how the performance is going to go, but hey, with the performance like that, really good way, just really good in general. That's a really good deal. And then you also got Xbox Game Pass, which allows you to access a lot of games with a subscription fee per month. You're basically renting a lot of games, but hey, I mean, you just like pay $1, $5, $10 per month. That's a pretty good deal. Pretty good deal for like hundreds and hundreds of games. Hundreds and thousands of games. I don't know if it's going to get to thousands, but let's say hundreds. Hundreds of games being added progressively as time goes on. So yeah, I think Xbox is winning so far. PlayStation, I want your move. I don't know what your move is going to be, but Xbox has been doing really cool things. And I'm going to give props to Microsoft for that one. But PlayStation, what's your move here? So, let's see. Since Mulan is fictional, the film would need diversity like having Indian people as regular villagers and Arabic bodyguards. How many games would you like to play are banned in your country? I think there's only one game that I know that is straight up banned in my country that I cannot find legally anywhere, and that is Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. I have no idea why it's banned in my country. I tried to find a Steam version of it. It's not available anywhere, so I have to download the pirated version. So anyway, I remember Erika calling Ubisoft. Oh, interesting. Persona 3 or 5. If I had to choose, I'd say Persona 5. Shame I only know Scott Pilgrim from the movie. How about we hear some of your old fanfictions? You can read them yourself. It's on fanfiction.net. Unfortunately, there's no time for that. It's time for streams. Chinese people didn't like Mulan. In fact, they kind of hated it. We'll get to that. Speaking of Scott versus the World, Appa, what's your opinion on beat-em-up games? They're fine. I enjoyed them fine, but not really a huge fan of them, but I enjoyed them fine. Whenever Ubisoft does an oopsie, Appa, Ubisoft. Ubisoft. Just check our anime's comments are locked on all posts. That's not good news. Oof. Tim Schafer is a jerk. Hi, yes, almost forgot about the stream. Hey, Appa, U2s are little figurines made of YouTubers. Oh, okay. How are Tim's sock puppets doing? Yeah. In Resident Evil 6, basically 3 to 4 of the world got fucked. And literally China got hit with a virus. So I watch dubs and I don't even give a darn about who voices who. Mm-hmm. I bet Imaginary Money, the Funimation will do reference to Uzaki boobs. I won't check on it because it's dub. Resident Evil 7 is actually scary, unlike 6 and 5. You see, 6 and 5, you gotta judge it on a different standard. 6 and 5 are fun. Resident Evil 7, I played it. It was scary. It was indeed very atmospheric, but and it really loves to do jump scare on you, but yeah. But I love the dumb bullshit lore. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. It's not very good lore. It's dumb. It's dumb. It's bullshit. It's fun. Don't get me wrong, but it does it does require a lot of people to absorb it. It does require a lot of absorption for the newcomers. So, Resident Evil 5 is like 4 but co-op. Kind of, yes. There are a couple of elements that I find different between 5 and 4. I watched 7 episodes of Toradora to answer a Twitter poll. I made a promise to keep it. Now I'm an addict. What do you mean force? Since when voice actors are forced to work on something? I have no idea. Go ask the chat. Somebody said that. Marvel Ultimate Alliance. When the world needed him the most, Scott Pilgrim came back. Does anyone know about the Scott Pilgrim source material? Is it good? I've read the comic. I've watched the film. Both are fun. They're dumb, fun, stupid, but they're fun. They're fun. They're dumb. They're stupid. If you like just video game references and that sort of art style, I suppose, if you're reading a comic, they're fun. They're fun. I wouldn't say they're good, but they're definitely fun. Fun to watch. I don't really care much about Double Fine's faults. The game just looks great, and Rumbos have ruined the shows. They still got it. All right. What's your favorite fictional romantic dynamic? It's not exactly romantic in canon, but I love Beast Boy and Raven's dynamic between the two. Not exactly canon, or at least not in the cartoons. I'm not worried because I watched the Japanese versions. Exactly. You shouldn't be worried. Therefore, this concern shouldn't be brought up in general. No. You should try Fractured Butthole. Well, I'm not really that much of a South Park fan, so I want to try their games, but I'm not that much of a South Park guy. So The Boys comics is better. What comic are we talking about? I think at that point I'm talking about The Boys comic. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what Scott Pilgrim originally are. Scott Pilgrim is a story about Scott dating Ramona Flowers, cheating on his girlfriend. But Ramona Flowers has 7 evil exes, and he has to defeat the 7 evil exes in order to get Ramona hearts. So, Resident Evil 4 is classic. I just don't like that. Most consider it an improvement over games before. Hold on a second. Resident Evil 4 is indeed an improvement over the original in some aspect, but not all of them. And I would say that it improves so much that I can safely say that it is an improvement over the original. Not on all of aspect, don't get me wrong, but it does improve on like 80 to 90% of the things that make the original Resident Evil games, well, a bit harder to be accessible. So, what anime is your guilty pleasure? Eromanga Sensei, that's my guilty pleasure. It's stupid, it's dumb, but, well, it's kind of fun. The Boys but South Park now want to have Cartman with legitimate powers, though he already is befriended with Cthulhu. Wait, US voice actors can get forced? I have no idea. Also, do you think Viz is good or bad? I have no idea. I have never tried it. Wait, they cast Real as Uzaki? Apparently. Let's be real, dubs can be good as Konosuba demonstrates, but politics get in the way as always. Yeah, again, no one is saying that all dub is trash or all subs is trash. Or I'm not in that camp anyway. There are dubs, they're definitely good. They definitely are good and can add the immersion to a lot of things, but still. Far Cry 5 is no game of the year, but it's definitely worth the money. Or at least it's on a discount. I'd say $20 to $30 for Far Cry 5 is a good deal. I can't even get too angry at Nintendo for that limited release thing. It's a Nintendo thing, just like selling years-old game for full price. Well, that's what Nintendo does. The thing about Nintendo, I love their games. I love their products. I love a lot of the stuff that they make. I hate the company that is responsible. I just hate the company in general. Nintendo, I love Nintendo games. I love Nintendo characters. I love a lot of their stuff. I love their console. I just fucking despise the company. I hate the Nintendo company with a freaking passion. It's just the limited release thing, a lot of the overpriced stuff, regional locking, the internet stuff is stupid. The Nintendo Online stuff is stupid. Then them trying to ban fan games, trying to take down ROMs. Good luck with that. Anyway, kind of blows, but it'd be ironic if people fall for her Uzaki for fun. Appa and Brenda Minecraft stream when? No. I'm getting the RTX 3090 if I like what I see. Why should you care about voice actors do at this point? I don't mind watching any shows and dub and sub. I have no idea. Have you read the Umineko visual novel? Please read it after Higurashi. I've known about Higurashi and Umineko's stories, so I don't really need the visual novel. I just know their story already. I got a gaming laptop. Cool. How is Riel still free? I mean, between her and Martin Yukiko's voice actor, there are a lot of good dubs that VAs are known for being shitty people. How good is an Asus ROG GU freaking auto scroll? Asus ROG GU 502GV. Let's see. It's it's a Zephyrus Ryzen 7 3750, 8GB, 512 SSD, GTX 6060 Ti, 6GB Windows 10. It doesn't have a numpad, and I do want the numpad in my bigger 15-inch laptop. If you have a 15-inch laptop, I do want myself a numpad. But the problem here, the thing is, there are different versions of this particular laptop. Hold on. Oh, this is the Amazon one. This is the right one. This is from Amazon. 9th Gen Intel Core i7 9750H, a 16GB system memory, 1TB Optane H10 drive. That's a bit excessive. You don't really need an Optane drive. You just need a regular SSD is fine. 1TB Optane. That's a bit excessive. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2060 graphics. That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. Per-key RGB backlit keyboard. I'd say for 1,527, there are much better deals out there. Or at least the one I see on Amazon. Let's see. I am upgrading. I am upgrading. It'll be enough till I can have money to build up a gaming laptop. Why would you want to build a gaming laptop? Buy a gaming laptop, you mean? What about the new ones? We're gonna buy the new one GPUs. What about the new ones? We're gonna buy the new one GPUs for his PC build. I'd say they're wasting their money. To be fair, they can replace with stylus the right stick of the Switch. What hoopla with Paradox? I don't know. Somebody mentioned it on the chat. What then do you think of the AMD bike? I haven't heard of that one, actually. How is Fake doing these days? How is his defamation case? I have no idea. I'm not paying attention to that. Paradox fired their quality assurance from what I've heard. Okay. I also just bought a Genesis Mini. It's funny that you say you're not good at games when a majority of your content is game reviews and talking about how scummy some gaming corporations can be. It's almost as if I'm a game journalist. I think that's pretty evident that I am a gaming journalist. I remember my friend and his trans girlfriend making it out loudly behind me on my own couch. They were there because they needed internet. Well, good for them. Have you tried Among Us? I haven't tried Among Us. Congrats for the graduation. It's been a while. Evangelion team, congratulations. Omedeto, omedeto. Seriously, at this point, in a certain quote, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Rings true about people complaining about this. Yep. I forgot to mention, I too graduated from my vocational educational course. Things were good, but I do have to mention, had a couple of classmates who dropped out near the end. Oof, Jesus. Haven't plugged it in, just bought it, but thinking either Shining Force, Castlevania Bloodlines, Mega Man, The Willy Wars. The Willy Wars? The Willy Wars? The Willy Wars. Why does that sound so lewd? The Willy Wars. Congrats on graduating. I was so glad I graduated, got it done and over with. It's Appa Bachelors now. Yep. Speaking of hooplas, in latest Sabaton history episode, Bart tells that one interview joking with biased journalists over the Carolus Rex armament. Congrats on college, man. I just have to finish biology. What are your thoughts on Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity? Cool, I suppose. Not really interested in it, but has anyone heard about that majestic VR unicorn? I haven't heard of that. Heard of that one. They kind of sacrifice their exclusives, but they are releasing games at least for everyone to enjoy. Xbox winning the console wars. Yep. What are your thoughts on River City Girls? I haven't played River City Girls, actually. OMG, 12 dozen teraflop hammers. Teraflop hammers, or something along those lines. Back had some eating that my mother made me. Cool. Also pronounced Ubisoft as Ubisoft. Hey, Appa. Hey, Appa, do you play Yu-Gi-Oh? Not really. I've seen people play Yu-Gi-Oh when I was a kid, but not really. I love calling them Ubisoft. Seems Ubisoft recent oopsies are them putting some of their games on Stadia. Appa, do you agree that Genesis does what Nintendo don't? Depends on which era of Genesis you're talking about. I am pronouncing Ubisoft with the French ooh. Resident Evil 7 in VR is incredible. Hey Appa, favorite anime YouTuber. Not really watching a lot of these VTubers, so. Did you ever play a horror game named Ib? I know about Ib. I've seen people play Ib. I've seen Markiplier, I think it was Markiplier or PewDiePie play Ib. It's good and I would recommend it if you need a horror game with a cute sketch art style. Yeah, I've known about it. Also, if a Microsoft team is also good at Gundam for starting, but I think if you don't know the context of the original Gundam, you might miss why Xeon and EF are fighting each other. What are legitimately overrated animes you know? I'd say Akira the film anime is overrated because it could have been structurally better in terms of the plot structure. It could have been that much better as a 12-episode anime instead of a film. Also, Premiere, I thought it was overrated. Same reason. If Tomb Raider Trilogy Crystal Dynamics is on sale for like 30 to 40 bucks, it's a no-brainer, or buy or skip entirely. I'd say go buy it because because the gameplay is still very fun, even if the story was trash. So I remember Stick of Truth was great. Man of fucking taste. What did I say? Did I say something that's man of fucking taste? Unicorn is not bad to stop, but there's a lot of baggage too. Not great if you want to get to Gundam because there's so much backstory to it. Sounds like the ultimate simp. Resident Evil Revelations 2, anyone? The Revelations series are pretty good, actually. I hope Capcom will eventually explain how the outbreak in China in Resident Evil 6 was resolved. I kind of shipped Beast Boy and Raven too. And then the OVAs came after or skipped to Zeta and ZZ. I enjoyed the fourth game very much. Sounds like Scott Pilgrim is the ultimate simp. Oh, Scott Pilgrim, I see. So Scott is about a cheater trying to get a girl with relationship issues. They sound like jerks if I'm being honest. You see, the overall message of the film and the comic in general is that they both deserve each other. Scott is a jerk. Ramona is a jerk. They both deserve each other. And it's a journey in both of them trying to claim the true love and try to fight for their love. And well, both of them are jerks. Both of them are dicks. They deserve each other. And Knives, honestly, people say that Scott would rather go with Knives or would rather be with Knives or Kim. I would say, and I don't know if this is controversial, I'd say both of them deserve much better than Scott. Knives and Kim, they both deserve much better than Scott, especially Kim. Kim is my Scott Pilgrim waifu. Just saying. In some aspect, sure, but there are plenty of strengths the originals have. Yes. That are much better than Resident Evil 4, but that's why I said in some aspects they're much better. Resident Evil 4 did it much better in some aspect, but if I'd say the aspects that made the original so great is not exactly accessible for the mainstream audience, for people who want to get into Resident Evil 4. But then again, who cares if people want to get into Resident Evil 4? Resident Evil series, or at least at the time. But anyway, is My Bride a Mermaid worth watching? Not. I haven't seen that. My first Gundam was G, but the time get full suspension between Gundam Origin manga. Apparently, Mega Rising is banned in the most Southeast Asian countries. Yep. Resident Evil 4 is clearly superior to any other. You have a girl constantly reminding you what name the protagonist has. Falcom Games Best Diff. Persona 4 anime dub is good in my opinion. The Persona 4 anime dub is, yeah, pretty good. I agree with that. Let's see. Freaking auto scroll. Where am I? What's wrong with Nintendo? Seriously, what's wrong with Nintendo? Nintendo has done quite a lot of anti-consumer bullshit in the past, years? If you guys might remember, just recently they did the Super Mario All-Star. You can get 64 Sunshine and Galaxy on the Switch for a limited time because of artificial scarcity. Because you can only get it at the span of 6 months, and you cannot get if you cannot make $60 at the span of 6 months, especially in these trying times, you do not get the chance to get Super Mario All-Stars. Yeah, and that includes the digital version, both digital and physical. Physical, at least I can understand, but digital, seriously. I feel ya, Appa, but for me, it's Sony instead of Nintendo. Both! I'd say both. Actually, all game companies are trash. All game companies are trash. Not equally, but to different degrees. But all game companies are trash to a different degree. They just need to do good things and we go, oh, they're actually not as trash as the other. Like what Microsoft did. What Microsoft did in the past couple of days. The pricing for Xbox Series X is very, very friendly. I really like the pricing. That's a very competitive price. PlayStation, I want to see your next move on that one. So yeah. Nintendo being litigious and the lack of an APAC eShop is the worst part about being a Nintendo owner in Southeast Asia. Same with Nintendo. Why can't they make it a permanent release? Verim Kadas donated $20. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ. That is very, very plenty of money. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, Verim Kadas. Haven't heard you ask for shekels for a while, preemptive strike. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. $20, ladies and gentlemen. $20. That is very, very good. Chat links down below. Sorry, chat links down below for Streamlabs. Anyway, a reminder for that. Same with Nintendo. Why can't they make a permanent release? Yumineko is better than Higurashi for me. Haven't read Sonia yet. they're both very different stories that you can't exactly compare each to one another. They're different. I can't exactly say one is better than the other. They both do different things. Is there any anime streaming service that you know that isn't Crunchyroll or Funimation? It's called the Pirate Bay. So since the RTX 30,000 series is announced, do you think they're gonna launch the mobile version for laptops? I think they obviously will. They're obviously gonna launch that in some time in the future. Only canon Zelda game I've ever beaten is Four Swords Adventure. I kind of miss Iwata's Nintendo compared to current Nintendo, but it depends on the subject you're talking about. I think I'll go GOG and Series X physical copies due this gen. Well, after I get to finish SMT4 Apocalypse, might go grab Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2. Finally, play Persona as an extra thing. Cool. Appa is better though. I'm better in what? What am I better at? Paradox fired the entire quality assurance team. Jeez. Jesse Pinkman was the original Doomer. What laptop would it be better deal then? I'm looking for an upgrade for a better laptop from my old Asus X551C. Let me try to check your Asus X551C first, because I don't know the specs of that. Let's see. Asus X551C, assuming that this is the correct version, this is an Intel Core i3-32717U, 1.8 gigahertz, 4 gigabyte, 500 gigabytes, 4 gigabyte of RAM, 500 gigabytes of hard drive. Yeah, this is not very good. This is not very good laptop. This is old laptop. Again, if you want to get to laptop recommendations, check out the channel Jared's Tech. Jared Tech does really good laptop reviews, really good laptop recommendations in general. Check out Jared's Tech, really good laptop review channel. It's on YouTube. Jared's Tech, great channel reviews. So anyway. Ever seen Clone High? If so, what do you think about it coming back? I haven't seen it, so. I love how Toby Fox skips all the cringy questions in interviews. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. The Willy Wars. What are your plans for the weekend? Continue playing PS3 games that I just bought. Dr. Wee Wee. Dr. Wee Wee? No, Dr. Wiley. Dr. Willy. Somebody spelled this as Dr. Willy. Maybe an autocorrect. If it justified to buy the RTX 3070 for Cyberpunk 2077 and The Witcher 3 Complete edition. We don't know the Cyberpunk 2077's performance yet. As for Witcher 3, you can play Witcher 3 at a 6060 Ti just fine. So, my brother was threatened by his schoolmate because he wanted to write BLM on their group poster, and my brother told me that it has nothing to do with their musical analysis. Jeez. So, Appa, thoughts on Hero High? Think he's an alright dude, but he needs to stop it. Uzaki. Also, Larcade Bailey just said some stupid stuff on Scott Pilgrim. Yeah, I saw that and don't really care. But anyway, as for Hero High, he's an okay dude as far as I'm concerned. I just don't like his content. Hey Appa, what champion do you main in League? Are you assuming that I play League? Because I do not play League. I do not play multiplayer games in general. For those who don't know, Clone High is an MTV cartoon by the guys who later did the Lego Movie. It's about modern teenage clones of historical figures. Cool. Appa, if you heard the anime Gear, I haven't heard the anime Gear. You make a better game journalist than anyone in the mainstream news network anyway. Overrated anime, your name. I suppose true. I'd say your name is good. Not great, not as amazing as everybody says it is, but good. I suppose that falls into overrated. Overrated anime film. I'm gonna rant on a silent life again, a silent voice again, but I think you all know my opinions on silent voice. A silent voice, Akira, and Promare. Those are the three that I say overrated. But Appa becoming a lowly VTuber when? No idea. Abe, that brings me back to the days when I watch YouTubers that I don't watch anymore. Akira anime is being made and will follow the manga. Cool. Have you played any of the games from the Ultima CRPG series? If not, then thou has lost an eighth. The Ultima series, I don't know if I have played any of the games in the Ultima series because I've tried a lot of games when I still had the old HP mini laptop. So, let's see. And vegetarianism gives you powers. Comic has Lisa Miller, checkmate. Lisa is... Honestly, I thought that nice ending for the movie is better than the actual ending in the final cut. Yeah. Actually, no. Scott is a dick. Exactly. Both Scott and Ramona are assholes. And at the end, they begin their journey to be better people. That's a trope I really come to hate. The main character, auto-scroll, being a complete asshole. This week I had to invite Okuyasu twice, once on Rule 34 and again on Facebook. Jeez. Then the 7 evil exes should stop being bitter and claim by the partners. Is Ramona that good between the sheets that everyone of them blinded together? What is right with Nintendo? I have no idea. Most LA-based are good. It's the Texas-based ones you should worry about. LA-based what? Any case gonna be heading back home? Gonna might to respond questions a bit. Absolute Chat U versus Virgin Red versus Minato the Door. Since you are a Sapphire consumer, are good graphics cards Since you are a Sapphire customer, our good graphics card and what model you recommend for a 1440p PC build? I'd say if you want a 1440p PC build, I'd say get an RTX 2070. Do not get any of the AMD RX 5700 graphics card. I'd say the RTX 2070 is perfect safe bet for the 1440p PC build, for at least for the graphics card. For CPU, always 6-core. Thank you, Appa. For what? Artificial scarcity is Nintendo's business model that's been since the beginning. Me pointing at edgy fuckboys to call everyone a sim. Sim is used too much. True, even Atlas is not free of sin. Falcom Games and Atlas are the best devs. They are the best, but even they are also not free of sins. Do you know what the Disney Vault is? I don't know. I should probably play Scott Pilgrim vs. the World since I can actually buy it now. Cool. Not defending them, just pointing it out in terms of quality games. Even my CD Projekt. Yes! Even CD Projekt Red. Yeah. $20, man. Indeed, $20. What's your favorite indie game you played so far? I haven't played a lot of indie games, but I have played... recently, I've only played House Flipper. That's a really nice, relaxing game where you renovate house, indeed. Renovate house. By being anti-consumer, does banning fan games count? Yes. Any ideas for upcoming Loli Appa comic? I have no idea. I thought EA was the worst video game company ever. Depends. Depends on what you consider to be qualities that you would consider the worst. Also, why do people give Nintendo a huge pass? Because people are huge fanboys of Nintendo, and unfortunately, I can't blame them. Again, the one thing that people cannot cannot differentiate is companies are not the same as products. Companies make products. Some of these products can be very good, but that doesn't mean that the companies are good. And unfortunately, people cannot make that distinction when they talk about a lot of these companies, Nintendo especially. So, I kept it. I was expecting both Series X and PS5 to cost $700. Nintendo gets a nostalgia pass from people. Yep. I hate it when they try to destroy Pokemon Uranium. Me pointing at sexless losers. Sims is used too much. If those kids could read, they'd be offended. Simple. Make Loli Appa-chan an alternate universe version of his one. Have them fall in love with each other. Ew. Does SMT3 offer good customization in regards to fusion and skill inheritance? No. Unfortunately, no. I think I remember in SMT3 that you have to go back and forth to make sure that you get the skill that you want for certain demons. That's why I cheat my way through in PS2. Just couldn't care less. That was the line cross me and Nintendo. What's going on with Nintendo? Out of the loop here. Okay, so Nintendo, what they did with the new Super Mario All-Stars, or at least for the recent sin that they committed, for the recent Super Mario All-Stars 3D All-Stars is a game that contains Super Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy. All of these 3 games, they are going to be out, which is cool, but they are only limited to be out on the store. They're only going to be sold on the store, both physical and digital, all the way up to March 31st, 2021. So yeah, that's not a very good move, Nintendo. That's a very dick move. Who is the least trash game company? I'd say none. Depends on the people's standard. I figured as much since my laptop is well over 5 to 6 years old. Yeah. And then there's Linus. Linus doesn't do laptop reviews. I'd say go to Jared's Tech. Or at least doesn't do a lot of laptop reviews. I'd say go to Jared's Tech. Jared Techs do a lot more laptop reviews than Linus. Is it better to buy brand new PC parts or use working PC parts? Depends on your budget. Depends on your budget. Also, for Paradox firing their quality assurance, they apparently did it so silently that not other people in the company didn't even hear about it until they noticed people not coming to work. Oh, okay. Nothing bad ever happens for the Kennedys. Let's start an auction for Loli Appa's Sweet Black Cherry. Winner gets to have a drawing of themselves having their way with her. Ew. My desktop PC started to show its age. Tempted to move back to consoles now since the price is decent. Are you still using your PS4 as a mousepad? I am using my PS4 as a crutch for the PS3. The pronunciation of Dr. Wowie came from the god-awful dubbing of Mega Man 8, actually. Jeez. I recently watched the old Super Mario movie. It's so bad that it makes a good parody of it. I'll be rewatching Sympho Gear later. Neon Genesis Evangelion is extremely overrated. It's a mixed bag for me, but I can see why you say it's overrated. I can see why people say it's trash. I can see everybody's perspective on Neon Genesis Evangelion, because my opinion on it's a mixed bag. I just cannot form like a definitive I like it or I don't like it. It's just a mixed bag. So. Hey, the pronunciation. Oh, right, read that. Goomba in live action movie was buff. Do you know who Doomcock is? I think I know who Doomcock is. I just haven't seen his videos. Her videos. Ultimate Online and TBA, good times, good times. How do you feel the frustration of Paper Mario fans has towards the direction the series is going in? Apparently, the latest Paper Mario wasn't as bad as the previous one. Was it not Sticker Star? Color Splash. Yeah, what Color Splash? That was the Color Splash. Not as bad as Color Splash, but still not as good. Of course, Scott is a dick. His evil reverse clone was a nice guy. Tales of the Abyss does character development, right? Yeah. I actually haven't played Tales of the Abyss. Thanks for answering. All right. Why are y'all dunking on Scott Pilgrim? Because Scott Pilgrim is a dick. He's a dick. He's an asshole. Not a bad guy. He's just a dick. Why is getting haircuts considered character development? What kind of cringe will we have this time, Appa? Mulan mostly? Actually, not just Mulan. A bunch of stuff. Howdy, friends. Sorry if someone already asked this, but what's your favorite genre for shows, films, anime, and etc.? Sci-fi, cyberpunk genre. That's my favorite. Sci-fi, detective, cyberpunk, noir-esque. That's my favorite. In Mega Man 7, they misspelled Dr. Wily's name as Dr. Willy. Same in Mega Man 3 where they misspelled Dr. Wily. Not a typo, but in 8 there's Dr. Wowie. Are people not better off wanting the new 30,000 series? Waiting for the new 3000 series NVIDIA GPUs now? Yep. Are you going to watch the 2020 VGA and we'll make your annual video? Yes, I will. I need advice with my game. What does that sound better for a game? Tale Traveler or Traveler of Tales? Both are dumb. Dunking Scott Pilgrim getting dunked might be because Scott said the N-word. Have you seen the Osana build in Yandere Simulator? Nope. Love how you're always so passionate. Oh, thank you. EA being trash, but Epic, Ubisoft, Nintendo, and Sony are turning it into a competition at this point. That is true. Nintendo must consume product. To be fair, Nintendo has a wholesome image. Ever played LA Noire? Yes, I love LA Noire. It's great. I personally think it's underrated as fuck, and everybody cherry picks a couple of bad actors to push it as a bad game. It's a great game, LA Noire. Who says it's bad? What's your favorite mainline SMT game? I'd say my favorite mainline SMT is Nocturne because I do love the overall loneliness atmosphere that it brings up. Because the other SMT games are pretty packed, pretty jammed with a lot of people. Nocturne is pretty lonely as fuck, and I like that. It's separating the art for the artists. In Nocturne, you reroll skills. Yep. I got detached from my Nintendo childhood, to be honest. Rose-colored glasses have been out for me a long time now. SMT3 in a nutshell, Pierce plus Free Google or Get Out. Exactly. That's how you defeat Lucifer. Probably because Nintendo still serves us with decent stuff that doesn't try to get us spend more money than needed. Nintendo has wholesome lore where you get this decade. Pokemon fans are way worse than Nintendo fans. Not to take this statement as a complete compliment either way. I love when I walk on the stream at 69 likes and 69 minutes in. Falcom Games is best company. Does anyone do reviews when they score movies, games, etc. like golf where they lower the score the better? I need to know how original I am. I can't deny that fact. Any idea how to get rid of the false heroes we talked about in the previous streams? The ones that paraded themselves as the heroes of the resistance. I have no idea. They're just gonna exist. If Scott Pilgrim the movie has been released in recent years, it would have been cancelled for the exclusion of all the canonically gay characters. Really? I don't think they have one gay character in it, Wallace. They wait the time release and they snap people how much they Disney treat their anniversary releases. Okay, timer is out, but I'm just gonna read the chat until it's finished. I use my PS4 for PS3 stand. That's sad. All companies are shite while Nintendo is the least shite. Appa PS4 protects its PS3 from dust. Did anyone see the new Town Now Bandicoot from Crash 4? Not digging the design. I think the design's cool. Our Lord Savior Kenji in the thumbnail, yay. That Misato though. Like how David Cage is human garbage, but apparently Detroit Become Human is a great game. Detroit Become Human is not great. Midplay Tokuzaru X Plus, it's great. The game is okay, but the soundtrack is great. Boobs aren't better than ass or vice versa. Both are equal. Scott the Simp, Scott the OG Simp. What do you think of No Guns Life? I haven't seen it. I know Knives deserves better than Scott, but if I was Scott, I wouldn't ditch her in favor of another girl. Well, if you're Scott, you're not an asshole. I can say that. Guess gonna be ashamed of throwing a shitty take. Freaking auto scroll. What the fuck? JonTron Tree Up was my accolade first impression at the end of Evangelion. It's been a while since I've seen it, but my justification for Scott going with Knives is last time I saw him realizing he already had kind of a good thing with her after chasing the perfect girl. Yeah. I've said this before, but I like Evangelion, but I understand why some people hate it. Bethesda is also ass. Blizzard is trash as well. A lot of gaming companies, Western gaming companies are trash. But anyway, there you go. Finally, finish the meme stream. Timer is fucked as always. They don't provide me with the audios and everything like that. Yeah, you know what? Just for the sake of formality, I'm just gonna let it play. There we go. There we go. Finally, it's meme stream time, ladies and gentlemen. It is time for the meme stream. If you want to donate, links down below. And I suggest you to donate because YouTube doesn't let me the super chat, so you can only donate to Streamlabs. Anyway, stream intro. Stream intro's not playing. My bad. Stream intro. Oh yeah, did you guys see the segment in the stream where there's the clip where the Russian guy is like beaten up by a bunch of mascots? The video that got Charlie and Markiplier taken down, or at least not taken down, got copyright claim to be like violence or offensive content, whatever. They think they're monetized or whatever, and then it got taken down. Yeah, there is a reason why I showed that, because it's kind of somewhat relevant, but then again, it's not really relevant these days because YouTube kind of lifted the ban. YouTube already lifted the ban. And if YouTube's gonna strike me, then strike me. But anyway, fan art. This is a fan art from the mangaka. This is a very, 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 very good fan art. I mean, God, this is very good. I'm really liking this. I don't know what kind of lore that I've been building up to. I don't know what kind of lore that I've been building up to in this. So much lore. Appa Loli has so much freaking lore and canon up to this point. I should probably make a manga out of it. Maybe a short manga or maybe short comics that are dedicated to Appa Loli. But anyway, thank you so much for the fan art. It's very good. If you want to send fan arts, links down below on my Twitter or my email. If I have read my emails, because my email's been filled with nothing but junks and spam. But well, there you go. Anyway, let's get into one of the funniest hoopla that I think Charlie talked about, Moist Critical talked about in a video. 5 gender reveal disaster. I can't believe that gender reveal disasters have gotten so bad. Gender reveal disasters are so bad that there are 5 of them that are so bad. There are probably even more. Like, why do you even have these gender reveal disasters? What the fuck have you been doing? What are you doing in these gender reveals that cause so much disaster? Wildfires, fatal explosion, plain grass? What the fuck? A wildfire that has burned almost 10,000 acres and forced the evacuation of half a Southern California city was sparked by a pyrotechnic device at a gender reveal party. A fire investigation announced Sunday. The El Dorado fire in San Bernardino County is not the first large wildfire to result in a misguided attempt to announce the sex of an unborn baby. Jesus flipping Christ! What the fuck y'all doing? What are y'all doing with this? Why is this even a thing that needs to be? Oh no, I have this boy or girl or a baby. It turns out it's a boy. It's a boy that the stream dead. Oh whoa, no. Why are you playing the intro? Stream just died. Dead. Stream just died. What is? Anyway. Fire investigation now Sunday. The El Dorado fire in San Bernardino County. I read that. An expected fire fired a bullet into a target packed with an explosive substance and set off the sawmill. Why, y'all, dude? Why would you do that? Come on. Just reveal it like normal everyday people. Just have a party or something. Don't shoot fucking explosives, especially in areas that are extremely flammable. Come on, y'all. Which burned almost 47,000 acres. Apparently, the state in America right now, considering the fire burning is so bad that the sky has started to the atmosphere in Blade Runner 2049. If you guys seen Blade Runner 2049, if you've seen the trailer for it, or at least the film, there's this segment where Ryan Gosling walks to the deserted city or whatever, and the sky and everything like that is like bright orange. That's how the atmosphere feels like in America, apparently. So, the red skies. That man, Dennis Dickey, a 37-year-old Border Patrol agent, was convicted of a misdemeanor and ordered to pay $8,188,069 in restitution to those whose property is burned. Seriously, man. Seriously. Don't do this shit unless if you want to pay $8 billion. You're paying a lot of, and I mean a lot of cash just to do this stupid shit. Come on, y'all. The U.S. Forest Service released video of the Arizona incident. A gunshot is heard and a box-like target explodes in a cloud of blue powder. Immediately, the dry grasses burst into flame and a man is heard yelling, "Start packing up." Why did this even exist? And now people are making a meme out of it. I love this new meme. It's a boy. It's a boy or it's a girl, and then followed with explosion and destruction surrounding it. Hey! A meme in a meme stream. Holy shit. I cannot believe that we have an actual meme in the meme stream. This is a revolutionary of our time. This is a revolutionary of our time. An actual meme in a meme stream. Holy shit. An actual meme. An actual meme in the meme stream. That is so... Anyway, 6760 to $1. Yeah, here in LA, even though it's a very cloudy day, you can still see the tint of yellow. Freaking don't go away. Yellow hue in atmosphere. Dinner parties are a mistake. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. Keep them coming. Anyway, it's a boy. Jeez. And then there's also this news. 12-year-old suspended in Colorado over toy gun seen in virtual class. Corona has brought a lot of really dumb people. Online classes in general has brought some really stupid people. Colorado Springs, Colorado, a 12-year-old boy has been suspended for having a toy gun he never brought to school. Isaiah Elliott attended Grand Mountain, a K-8 grade school south of Colorado Springs. In late August, the 7th grader was attending an online art class when the teacher saw Isaiah flash a toy gun across his computer screen. The toy in question is a neon green and black handgun with an orange tip with the word Zombie Hunter printed on the side. Okay. Serious? This legit looks like one of those cheap toys that I bought in like a freaking... what was it called? It's a freaking dollar store somewhere. It's not a store, just walking. The merchants that are walking and going out with toys and everything like that. I don't know what's the term for it, but still. How dare he flash toys? The teacher notified the school principal who suspended Isaiah for 5 days. Fucking well, that's the Indonesian term, but 5 days. And called the El Paso County Sheriff's Office to conduct a welfare check on the boy without calling his parents. What the fuck? That is indeed a 1911. Oh my god. Don't attend online classes. Really, don't attend them. Or at least don't attend them with a webcam on. The Elliott said their son was traumatized by deputies telling the 12-year-old his Jesus Christ. Jesus. Traumatized by deputies telling the 12-year-old his behavior could have led to criminal charges and might in the future if he were to do something similar again. Jesus, man. That actually pissed me off. Holy shit, dude. Dude, that actually legitimately pissed me off. What the fuck? I mean, the cops have been not so great lately. The cops have been doing really stupid stuff lately. Really bad and really stupid stuff lately, but Jesus. Curtis's wife, Danny Elliott, was equally furious with the school's decision to notify her only after deputies were on the way to the family's home. That's fucked. Holy sh... That is genuinely messed up. What the fuck? Why is even... For them to go as extreme as suspending them for 5 days, sending the police out, having the police threaten to press charges against him because they want to compare the virtual environment to the actual in-shoot environment is insane. Exactly. A sheriff department reports confirms the teacher said she assumed it was a toy gun but was not... It's so dumb. This is dumb in general. Speaking of dumb, okay, what is this? Okay, so I'm at work and I saw a guy watching loli porn at work and I slapped the shit out of him. Stunning and brave. Good job. You just slapped the guy for watching loli porn. Stunning and brave. Sure. I just reported him to my boss and I have evidence. Well, congratulations. Congratulations. Good for you. For the dweebs out there, I punch a pedophile. Loli hentai is pedophilia, and if you have a problem with that, block me. I don't care. Well, I don't consider them human, and I never will. Worst of all, that nibba has kids. Well, why even slap the guy? Why only stop at slapping the guy? Why can't you just kill them? I mean, you consider them not human. I mean, you know what? Mouse. I need to quote to quote freaking man, so many notifications. This to quote the main character for Darwin from Darwin's game. To paraphrase the main character from Darwin's game, he said something along the lines of, "Well, I don't kill human beings. I kill trash, and you are all trash." He said something along those lines, and I find that's fucking epic. Anyway, tons of water day to $1. Why have a party for the gender of a baby? Can you just post the gender on Facebook or something? Also, stunning and brave. Exactly. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Muting and whoever is mad at me, I don't care if you don't even know me. Well, you probably won't care about this stream either, so. We know nobody likes you. That's why so many people are bashing you for liking lolicon. Lolicon is pedophilia. Well, there you go. So any of y'all who are lolicons out there, be warned, these people are going to punch you in the face. Apparently. Apparently, they're going to punch you in the face if you dare to watch lolicon in public. See, why are you watching loli porn in public anyway? Have a room. I don't know. But anyway. What is this? Fictional children are still children. Then fictional murder is still murder. No, that's different. Anyone else see the issue? Yeah, that is true. This is a base take. What does it have to involve children? That's fucking weird. Anything involving minors when you're 18 plus is fucking weird. Fantasizing them, fictional or not, is weird. And murder is different. Very different. No, it is not. I could just say, why does it have to involve human beings? That's fucking weird. Anything involving human beings when you're trying to murder them is fucking weird. Fantasizing to murder people, fictional or not, is weird. People watch or read it for a thrill. Aren't those people fucked up by your metric? Aren't those people fucked up by your metric, or are you just gonna arbitrarily have the fucked up standard metric? Underage kids are not for entertainment. Yeah, I don't think murdering people being murdered left and right, doesn't sound very good for entertainment as well. I mean, come on, y'all. Anyway, what is this? The fact that they see anime as child exploitation, orcs and D&D is racially oppressed or scantily clad, well-known comic heroines and sex in the galaxy for I can't read that. That's too much. That looks like a thread. But anyway, what is this? Okay, one more of this guy's bad take. So no one sees anime as child exploitation. There are certain shows that sexually objectify children characters. However, these particular anime are trash that other anime fans mock. Boku no Pico or Eromanga Sensei. But let's talk orcs. Well, I suppose that's somewhat true. But okay, fine. Let's talk orcs. Orcs, ever since J.R.R. Tolkien wrote them, have been racially coded. No. Netflix donated $5. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been officially sponsored by Netflix. In which case, fuck you for allowing that shit-ass fucking pedophilic film. But what if the lolicon was actually criticizing the sexualization of anime? I see what you're trying to do there, Netflix, and I am buying that shit. Cuties is still trash. I talked about that 2 weeks ago. I think it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks aago, yeah. And apparently got relevant again because the film got out and it showed very bad scenes and yeah, really bad scenes. Thank you so much for the donation. Anyway, keep them coming. Keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. Get the donations. What the fuck is orc? Well, you clearly haven't been playing video games lately, but anyway. In fact, making orc culture complex and interesting has been a thing since the 80s. Tons of people find the idea of an all-evil race at worst offensive and at best boring. Would you rather play in a campaign where the DM gives you boring targets to kill or complex adversaries? Why not both? You see, when people want to play D&D, okay, there's playing the hard mode D&D where, you know, you deal with characters that have complexities and moral issues, or you can play D&D that have enemies that are all evil and universally evil and they just kill the living shit out of people, like the Reapers on Mass Effect, for example, or, yeah, well, orcs in certain D&D games, in certain versions of D&D games. Yeah. It's a thing. It happens. Chaos91 donated to $1. As soon as a person slaps me, that is assault, and I can go two ways. Either the cops will be involved or the person slapping will get the shit beat out of that person. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Yep. Men need to come to grips with the fact that we've all committed Not me, bro. What the fuck? We've all committed sexual assault, rape on women? What the fuck? Not me. I haven't done shit like that. Men, are you thought men in general? So say all men or most men, 90% of men, 80% of men. What the fuck? Apparently, a lot of y'all men have committed sexual assault on rape on women. Apparently, whether or not you want to admit it, that shit or not. And before you respond, try to remove yourself from this group. Ask yourself if you can name all the non-intercourse acts of sexual assault. Hold on a second. Whether you want to admit that shit or not, okay. Let's assume that I have, okay, which I haven't. And before you respond, try to remove yourself from this group. Ask yourself if you can name all the non-intercourse acts of sexual... Wait, what do you mean non-intercourse acts of sexual assault? I thought sexual assault itself is already an intercourse. There is no non-intercourse of somebody being sexually assaulted. Somebody being sexually assaulted is them committing an intercourse. It's already them trying to commit an intercourse at least. So there is no such thing as a non-intercourse acts of sexual assault. It's like saying, name me acts of sex that doesn't involve the penis. Sorry, acts of sex that doesn't involve the penis or the genitalia. It's touching a woman's ass without consent is sexual assault. Well, I've never done that. I've never touched a woman's ass without consent. I have never done that. The only ass that I've ever touched is myself. Putting your hand on her lower back without consent. Sexual. Okay, how about this? If I roleplay as myself, and if I roleplay as Loli Appa as myself, and I touch my own ass, is that considered pedophilia or sexual assault? I don't even know what I'm talking about. My brain is fucking frying right now. Kelsonic1 to $1. I cannot wait for the day Twitter kicks the bucket. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Anyway, we've all woke up one day with morning wood and forced ourselves on the first pair of pound cake cheese we have seen. Excuse me. We've all woke up one day with morning wood and forced ourselves on the first pair of pound cake cheeks we have seen. No, you? No, you? I have never done this. Not a lot of men have done this. This sounds like you projecting. A strangler of sorts. Difference is I am not ashamed of my impulses and actions. Why should I be? What? Long story short, look, I'm not saying that rape, sexual assault is necessarily a... Excuse me? Hold on. Oh, what the fuck? What? Excuse me? What the fuck? Excuse me? What the... Bro, hold up. 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 Hold the fucking phone, bro. What the fuck did am I hearing that correctly?
Police! Help! Police! Help!
Jesus. Calsonic wanted it to $1. So the guy basically fucked his dinner last night. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Dude, I don't know what kind of messed up shit that you're in, but don't involve us. Clearly, you have other projection things that you need to project. I don't know it one. And I'll donate to $1. If you hug your sister, aunt, or cousin, is that considered incest? Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Jesus Christ. What the... Oh, okay, what is this? Hello, you. Okay, hello, TEDx London. TEDx London, Womix... Okay. Womaxin is coming back virtual. What the fuck is Womaxin? And we'd love you to share your ideas to help us to build our program of event for this autumn. Okay, I'm sharing my idea. What the fuck is Womackson? And please change it. What the fuck is Womackson? Please share your thoughts in our 5-minute quiz. Thank you. What is a Womackson? Yeah, I'm asking the same question. Why we're using Womackson? No, that's not a typo. Womackson is a spelling of women that's more inclusive and progressive. How? Because it doesn't have men in it? Oh. Oh, it's because it doesn't spell men. Because if it spells men, it's bad, right? Is that what you're trying to say? It spells Womackson. Because if it spells woman, that's discriminatory, that's prejudice. I don't. The term sheds light on the prejudice. At least with Latinx, it makes sense because in a Latino, there's Latino and then there's Latina, then there's Latina X. It's dumb, but at least I can see where it's going. But Womackson, I don't. It's because there's men in it. Chaos21 donated to $1. Hello, TEDx London. How's your time and make yourself look more sexist going? Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Womackson have faced and explicitly includes non-cisgender women. I'm moving on. That's just okay. What is this? Google is once again trying to manipulate Americans. Type mob or mobs into Google and watch what comes up. Do the same on any other search engine. Okay. Hey, my boy. That's my boy there coming in. Mob Cycle 100. And you know what? Actually, for once, Google is Google is recommending people to watch Mob Psycho 100 than to care about the real world issues. Yes, I suggest do the thing that Google do. Watch anime instead of caring about whatever sorts of protests or world conflicts that are happening or mob justice around the world. Yeah, just watch Mob Psycho 100 at home. Yeah, talk about Google manipulating search results. I talk about this on a Persona video where was looking for Persona 4 golden mods, and then Google shows the result at the top. It's like, hey, here's an article talking about how Persona 4 golden mods help queer people or something along those lines. It's dumb. Anyway, 6716 to $1. Don't ever use or say Latinx again, especially in front of me. My ears and body were cringing. Yeah, it's dumb as fuck. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. This is Kyle donated to $2. The term Womackson is inclusive except to women that rather say women. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Anyway, this is just dumb. I do want to manipulate people to watch Mob Psycho 100. It's a good anime. Go watch it. Okay, what is this? Oh boy, a lot more people are showing interest to my niche hobby. This will be great. Yeah. This is one of those things that are being said before a disaster happens, because that's the thing about people coming into hobbies. This is why we have a lot of SJWs and a bunch of people doing moral guardian stuff in our hobbies, because we let them coming in. And we don't make them to exclude the people. Yeah. This but sincerely. No. This but ironically. Seriously. If you're someone who actually thinks gatekeeping is good, please do everyone a favor and throw away your keyboard. Well, here's the problem. Here's the big problem with the whole gatekeeping issue is the fact that the people who think that gatekeeping is bad are gatekeepers. Are actual gatekeepers themselves. No, seriously. I think I've talked about this in a video a while ago. Anybody who talks about gatekeeping, right? The people who talks about how gatekeeping is bad are themselves gatekeepers. They say if you are an original fan of something, you are not welcome here. And then these people go to make their own thing. And then when these people make their own thing, these people are gonna go to the other thing. And then they're gonna be like, you're not welcome here because you are not inclusive. You are not aligned to our ideology or something along those lines. This is why gatekeeping is good. The one problem that I have with gatekeeping, as I said in a video a while ago, is the methods. Is that people need to make more content that is problematic, that people find exclusionary or something along those lines. That's how you properly gatekeep stuff. So anyway, there's that. And then there's this. Fuck anyone who reposts this garbage. I made this last year and don't stand by it at all anymore. There's no such thing as There is. You're wrong. There is such a thing as blackwashing. And if you're gonna say power plus prejudice equals racism or something along those lines. No. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work. This is involving fictional characters that anybody can enjoy. It doesn't involve power plus privilege or real world racism or something along those lines. Especially when we're talking about fictional characters that internationally, I mean, we're talking about fictional characters that people around the world enjoy. The world is not just limited to America, you know. The world is not just limited to America. Okay? Just because white people have more power and prejudice in America or something along those lines, or whatever kind of rhetoric that you're trying to say about them, just because they have more power doesn't mean that everybody else, doesn't mean that white people have power everywhere around the world. Especially in China. Oh, hell no, China. White people don't have power in China. But anyway. Yeah, blackwashing is a thing. And here's the thing. I am fine with either way. If you want to whitewash a character, go ahead. If you want to blackwash a character, go ahead. I just don't like the mentality that one is fine, but one is not. If you want to make a character much chubbier, for example, fine, go right ahead. If you want to make a character skinnier, for example, fine, go right ahead. Go make characters in however ways you want it to be. I just don't like this mentality that one is okay, one is not. This double standard is bullshit. How about everything is okay and should be accepted? How about that? Because people, it's just drawings at the end of the day. Jesus. Consistency. Man, anyway. Yeah, there's that. We're going to talk about the problem with Avengers game just for a bit here. A problem that I have with this character is it's more the fact that she has no villains or any real engaging stories that don't involve her being paired with a team or other heroes in her powers. Her powers are stupid. No, they're not simply being stretchy either, which I could accept. Yeah. That's one thing about Kamala Khan that I also... Another problem that I have with... The same problem that I have with Spider-Verse. With Miles Morales in Spider-Verse. He would have been such a cool character if it weren't for him being helped by the other Spider characters. But anyway, I donated $1. Would have made more sense if the term was Latine instead of Latinx. I like to pronounce the latter as Latinx. Jeez. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Hot take. Men shouldn't be allowed to read comics or even have opinions. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, apparently if you are men who enjoy comics, you are not allowed to have an opinion on the internet. Your opinion is automatically trash. Hot take. All men who quote tweet should die because they're dumb. Said the person who wants to fuck Brad Pitt. Come on, y'all. Come on. Hot take. All the men in the replies and quote retweets should go to war and die. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you're a man, you need to go to war and die. I think this is why they love South Korea so much. All of that mandatory military training stuff. But anyway, hot take. Women need to grow a pair and learn not to be sensitive fucks. This is actually a base take. And of course, he got blocked. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Well, that's what happens when you try to tell women on the internet that they need to grow a pair and not be sensitive. You get blocked. Chat move. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't want to... Okay, what is this? I know this sounds dramatic, but hear me out. I'm trying to keep from getting too long, so I put two main instances as examples. I don't think I would have really noticed if we weren't both working from home and living together, but my boyfriend constantly copies things that I say and do and repeats them to friends and coworkers as if they're his own original ideas. Well, okay. Oh, what kind of ideas did he copy? Maybe he agrees with you. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know, but we'll see. And it's not just that he repeats them, but 99% of the time, he does it with things that when I say them, he argues with me about. Ooh. Okay, interesting. Example 1. We watched a TV show on Netflix a couple of months ago. I brought up that while I liked it, it had some pretty problematic... Oh, God damn it. Oh, God damn it, OP. OP, you had one job. You had one... Both of y'all. Jesus, both of y'all. Problematic stuff regarding the way it treated women and LGBTQ plus women in particular. I'm back. So both of y'all... Get a room. Oh my God. He really argued with me and wrote off the things that I brought up. Why am I siding with the boyfriend now? Making excuses regarding how Hollywood is and saying I was being too sensitive, overly critical. Yes. The next day, I heard him in our living room talking to his friends on Skype about it. He brought up my exact points using my exact wording as if it was his own idea. Why would you do that? Why would you do? Imagine being such an empty husk of a human being that you have to steal ideas from SJWs. What the fuck? Dude, if we're gonna steal ideas, if we're gonna steal people's ideas, go right ahead. Why are you stealing ideas from someone you say is overly sensitive? Oh, man. I enjoyed it, but I tried not to be sensitive about the issue, and this was something I noticed, that type of thing. They praised him for his progressive thinking, and it rubbed me the wrong way, but I tried to forget it. It sounds like, if this may be big brain take, but it sounds like he's trying to infiltrate a certain community, but I'm giving him way too much credit. This sort of thing has happened over and over, like multiple times a week. Sometimes it's movies, sometimes it's a book I'm reading, sometimes it's live advice regarding work. I started noticing it, and now I don't think we had a similar argument without him later repeating what I say to other people like it's his idea. Why are you doing this? Sometimes it has to do with things I know a lot about. Like, seriously, imagine if you have somebody, imagine trying to copy the rhetoric of SJWs. It's just, why? Why? For instance, very specific skills that I have, but he doesn't. He will talk to people as if he has the, okay, that is an asshole thing to do. But actually, both of y'all, as if he has those skills and has done those things when he's talking about things that he's seen me do. Example 2, the last straw came in when I made him a special dish that I love, and the recipe is one I developed for years. It's very time consuming, but he loved it. He asked me to make more, and I did because I was pleased he liked it. I spent a whole afternoon doing it, and I made extra so that he could take some with him to a work meeting to share. He told me he would brag about what a talented girlfriend he had, and it made me feel really happy. Cool. The day after, I heard him in a Zoom meeting with his coworkers, and they were all talking about how good this dish was, and they kept talking about how surprised they were he was such a good cook. Oh, okay. Okay, this sounds like Scott Pilgrim and Ramona. Yeah, Scott, Ramona, both of y'all, get a room, go battle evil Lexus or something along those lines. Both of y'all deserve each other. Oh, man. Saying thank you and even mentioning ways he had perfected the recipe. He was acting very humble. Ugh. And the only mention of other help was he was offhandedly said that a friend had helped him with some of the prep work. Later, I told him that I overheard him and what he had said. At first, he got really defensive. He told me that he was caught off guard. Excuse me, caught off guard? And that afterwards he came clean to them, although I didn't hear that part. I told them it made me feel bad. You see, this is why I said Knives and Kim deserve better than Scott. This is why I said both of them deserve better than Scott. I mean, God damn it, Scott, you're such an ass. Anyway, I told him it made me feel bad, like I was unappreciated, and it took away things that I love and I'm proud about myself. Okay, this is definitely Scott. I'm just joking, by the way. I'm just joking about the Scott part. But I'm just gonna name him Scott for the lols. But anyway, then he got upset and said that he just hates feeling like a failure. Okay, that is Scott. Never mind. I take back. That is Scott. Like he can't do something. He felt like a terrible person for hurting me. He apologized. I felt like the conversation had kind of turned into one about him and his phone. Okay, that is Scott. That definitely sounds like Scott. And no longer about how it was hurting me. Now, I've heard him do similar things multiple times again. Well, I suppose we're gonna have Scott Pilgrim versus the 8th Evil Lexus. Oh, man. Similar things multiple times again. I feel like it's ridiculous to bring it up again because it will start like a fight. It will start a fight that won't mean anything. It will start a fight. Oh, man. That won't mean anything, but it's making me crazy. Am I being too sensitive? Well, should I just let it go or is it worth bringing it up again? And if so, how? Well, I don't know. I have no idea. I frankly, both of you assume this sounds exactly like what Scott would have been doing. The kind of pattern that Scott's going to. But Scott, Ramona, both of you deserve each other. Come on, y'all. Okay, what is this? Oh. No, dude. Why, dude? No, not what it is. Just. Dude, the serial code. Don't reveal the serial code. Nice code you got there. It'd be a shame if somebody stole it. All right, who claimed my digital code? Don't show it to people. Don't brag about it. You had one job. Oh, why would you do that? You get what you fucking deserve. Man, especially it's the Avengers game. I mean, come on, y'all. Okay, what is this? Oh, y'all want to talk about AK hardware like now? Please, for the love of God, read this and then shut the hell up. Okay. Let's read. We have to find a new way to talk about games right now. I am so tired. I really say this a lot, don't I? Games writing is a brilliant thing and I do not know what I'd do without it. Okay. Working through games and the apparatus around development and game coverage is an invigorating, often infuriating project, but I love it. Well, good for you. What I really don't love is how this space is currently talking about the next generation of consoles. We are in the middle of a global pandemic. People are being evicted at an alarming rate. Cops are murdering people every day. And the economy is at a breaking point. Okay, Doomer. No fun allowed. You are not allowed to have fun in this world. You are not allowed to forget about the world's biggest freaking... You're not allowed to have fun in this world at this moment. You're just not allowed. You only need to you need to care about the world's everybody's struggles. No fun allowed. But no, we must be excited about these consoles. Oh, God forbid. God forbid that people are excited about game consoles. Jeez. And Sony and Microsoft must release them this fall. That is not true. The fact that they have yet to delay them and are pressing their releases on us this hard is a genuinely gross thing. When so many folks can't even afford rent with a pandemic ravaging the world, is a new game console really that important? Okay, so what do you propose these game publishers do? That they don't do the stuff that they do, that they help people, that they go on and stop producing consoles and help people in the pandemic, which I'm pretty sure a lot of these game companies at least do their best to help people during the pandemic and to help people with the whole cops hoopla. Yeah. I don't know, dude. It's kind of been an issue. This is all of this shit feels like the band in the Titanic who played music while the ship sank into the cold Atlantic in the dead of night. Those people are fucking awesome. Those people are fucking cool. Gentlemen, it's been a privilege playing with you tonight. Those people are fucking cool. Is this Louis? Well, he has always been quite the doomer. But seriously, those people are cool. Those people, the band in the Titanic that played the music while everybody is doing their best to save themselves, those people are fucking cool. They are the Chads. They should be the protagonists of the entire thing. They should be the protagonists of Titanic instead of whoever those two protagonists, I forgot their name is. But yeah, those guys, they should be the guys. They should be the ones who the film focus on. But anyway, when we're all going down, what good is some music? When we're all going down, what good is some music? Well, the music at least helps you to comfort yourself, to end the world in a smile instead of I can't breathe and then I did. I did not mean that as a joke. That was just an example. How can that lead to the I can't breathe? My God, Appa, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you, Appa? Anyway, when we're all going down, what good is some music? If anything, it just feels insulting. Cancel me for being insulting. I've gotten laid off twice due to the pandemic, but hey, at least I can look forward to the marginally better graphics and faster loading time this fall because that's definitely not what is on my mind. Well, good for you if that's not on your mind. Then go and help people with the best of abilities that you can. Oh, you're a writer of a Pace magazine, IGN, non-favorite, blah, 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 and you have pronouns in the name, so moving on. Oh yeah, here's a bit of a piece of news, or at least you think is news. So there was initially last week the news that one angry boomer is shutting down, and I thought at the time, whoa, that's damn. When am I gonna get the right winger takes now? Where the right wing boomer SJW takes, the boomer right wing SJW takes are now? Where am I gonna get them all? If one angry boomer is just gonna be taken down. That was last week, by the way. So I shared this news and I thought, oh, that's a shame. Well, it's not true. Small correction to my earlier statement. I misinterpreted some phrasing in the DM to mean one angry gamer is shutting down. Rather, he meant the writers just got a pens down. The site will still stay up. Well, I suppose that is somewhat kind of saying that one angry gamer, the site is not down, but the writers are not doing shit. So, still, I asked the same question. Where am I going to get the right wing SJW takes? Come on, Billy. Come on. If you're just going to get tired of writing, I mean, don't get me wrong. There are a lot of stuff in the world, man. You go, ugh, I'm tired of just dealing with this world right now. I couldn't even make a video last week and this week in general. There's so much stuff in the world. I just got tired of it. I just got tired of talking the same shit. But hey, can't exactly blame Billy at this moment. So, well, Billy's still alive, I suppose. Twitter has a huge problem with Asian fetishization and anti-blackness. Are we ready for this conversation? Well, that is assuming that we're going to have a conversation and not here's a rebuttal and you block us. But anyway, I've only been on Twitter for a month and I'm really sorry for acting like this was a new problem. Now I want to talk about Asian fetishization, especially towards Southeast Asians. Asians aren't your in real life anime character. Depends. Depends if the Asians want to be treated as an in real life anime character. I mean, who are you to judge how a person is treated as a character, as a person? I mean, anyway. Maybe go to Infowars, Paul Joseph Watson, or Shapiro Senpai. Well, none of them talk about video games. None of them talk about games. None of them talk about pop culture. Okay, some of them talk about pop culture, but they talk them in a take that is just so... I just can't disagree too much. They're not as bad as the one Yugi Boomer's take, but anyway, what is this? Necrophilia is only wrong. Oh, Jesus Christ. Necrophilia is only wrong insofar as it is violation of personal property rights. The family owning the corpse is personal property, which makes it a lot less immoral than people think. So, just because of an arbitrary legal hoopla, necrophilia is therefore not immoral. Excuse me, fam. That's, I'm moving on from that. Wow, cool Nordic gamer meme. Okay, what is this? Wow, cool meme format. This meme normalizes white supremacy. How? Its origins lie in incel and Nazi ideology, and reusing it even as a leftist is still harmful. Well, who cares about the leftists anyway? Excuse me. Who cares about the leftists anyway? Yeah, leftists. Using it as a leftist. Okay, who cares? It's a freaking meme. It's whatever. The never-ending system of ostensibly leftist people piling on a trans person for having a take on something and then disappearing when the right-wingers show up to harass them even more. It's almost as if you have a bad take. Oh no, you have a bad take. And people call you out for that bad take. How awful. Okay, what is... Check the band statement and found out my son has spent exorbitant amount of money on a sinful site called Oli. Okay, this is fake as fuck. This is absolute fake as fuck. Come on, y'all. Luckily, I was able to reverse the charges and get him his money back. But I still had to break his laptop as punishment for visiting such a filthy site. Okay, this is fake as fuck. This is obviously fake as fuck. It's a good one though. It's a good thing that you do for your son here. I mean, Jesus Christ. This is I would say this is a proper assuming that this is real. Assuming that this is real, I would probably give the exact same punishment. Actually, probably no. It's what is this? This is a MacBook, right? It doesn't look like a MacBook, but still, it's expensive hardware. Just take his hardware and hide it somewhere or something. Okay, what is this? Hong Kong Chuds. No, you can't rent that movie. Actors back. Are you for real? Are you for real right now? Are you seriously, unironically, going to stan the new Mulan movie? Come on, yeah. Come on, yeah. Come on. Come on. Why are y'all standing for this movie? This movie is trash, dog. It's trash. Go watch the original. The original is infinitely superior. Did you see that video of a 10-year-old black boy getting busted by his parents for stealing his card to play for OnlyFans? I haven't seen it, but, well, good riddance. Disney live-action Mulan was filmed in Xinjiang, nearby some Uyghur concentration camps. In the credits, they openly take a CCP agency tasked with administering the camps. Well... isn't that awkward? Why Disney's new Mulan is a scandal. There's a dark side to those landscapes. Disney filmed Mulan in regions across China, among other locations. In the credit, Disney offered a special thanks to more than a dozen Chinese institutions that helped with the film. These include 4 Chinese Communist Party propaganda departments in the region of Xinjiang, as well as the Public Security Bureau of the city of Turpan in the same region. Organizations that are facilitating crimes against humanity. It's sufficiently astonishing that it bears repeating. Disney has thanked 4 propaganda departments and a public security bureau in Xinjiang, a region in northwest China that is the site of the world's worst human rights abuses happening today. Well, isn't that amazing? More than 1 million Muslims in Xinjiang, mostly of the Uyghur minority, has been imprisoned in the concentration camps. Some have been released. Countless numbers have died. Forced sterilization campaigns have caused the birth rate in Xinjiang to plummet roughly 24% in 2019. Why are y'all still standing on this trash film, dog? This film's trash. This film's trash, dog. Come on, y'all. It's trash. Watch the original. Don't spend any money on Disney. Jesus. My God. Mulan specifically thanked the publicity department of CPC Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region Committee in the credits. You know, the place where the cultural genocide is happening. They filmed extensively in Xinjiang, which the subtitle is called Northwest China. American Humane monitored the animal. Oh, for fuck's... Hey, I know that we're taking... Hey, I know that we are thanking an organization that spreads propaganda about committing genocide, but at least we treat the animals right. At least we treat the animals right. I don't even. I don't just. Chinese government orders media not to cover the Disney film. Imagine being Mulan live action remake. Imagine being Mulan live action remake. Imagine being the Mulan live action remake. Trying so hard to please the Chinese people, the Chinese government, but failing so much to the point where the Chinese government says, hey, that film's trash, dog. Don't show it. Jeez. Big fail. Fail! 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 It's current year at $1. Why did they just make Mulan less black lesbian like they usually do? Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Ooh. Seriously, dog. Seriously. Oh man, the funny thing about The Boys is that The Boys season 2 has this character over here. She is named Stormfront. Get it? Get it? Stormfront? She is a character who, at an interview, talking about, she got interviewed at one point in season 2, and a bit of a spoiler, sorry about that, but in season 2, she got interviewed by a bunch of news crew and everything like that, and they asked her, hey, women are everything, women are girl power, so amazing and everything like that, and then she comes in and she's like, girl power? Excuse me? What do you mean girl power? What does superhero has to be on girls? Why can't the superheroes be treated as equally as they are? And I'm like, okay. The Boys, are you seriously portraying a obviously Nazi character as a character who say, are you seriously telling me that why is it girl power? Why can't it be superhero power? It shouldn't be just more equal to everybody. Why can't it be just girls? Why are you making me stand a Nazi character? Why? But why are you making me stand a Nazi character? Seriously. Anyway, there's a bit of a warning to this obviously Nazi character. A straw making a base take. Warning to my bi POC followers. If you are currently traumatized by the images of our people being physically brutalized, killed, and then be used for propaganda, you see, that's the most amazing thing about The Boys. Okay, the most amazing thing about The Boys. The Boys, I thought the show was fine. But the amazing thing about The Boys is that the Stormfront character, the character named Stormfront, kills black people. Goes into a black neighborhood and just straight up murder a bunch of black people in pursuit of another superhero. Another spoiler, I'm sorry. But seriously, that's why this person is like, trigger warning to everybody. An evil character does evil things. Oh no! Big shocker. I am shocked, ladies and gentlemen. An evil character does evil things. just shocked. The biggest twist in the mystery of the world has been uncovered. An evil character does evil things. Brutalized, killed, and then be used for propaganda. Yes. That's what the superheroes in The Boys do. They are most of them are the bad guys. But yeah, then episode 3 will be very upsetting. Look up the word Stormfront and you realize why this woman is not a hero. If you cannot figure out the fact that this woman named Stormfront is not a hero, I think you have bigger issues. This is why gatekeeping should be a thing. You got a bunch of people from the mainstream. You got a bunch of people that are fucking dumb. They are so dumb. They couldn't, like, how can you not tell that the superheroes in The Boys are evil? This is why gatekeeping should be a thing. This is why we should keep on pushing problematic content that they find not so inclusive. Because these people can't tell who the bad guys and who the good guys are. Bunch of normies. Hey! Okay, hold up. Hold the phone there for a second. Hold the phone.
Said the N-word. I just remembered. I have a getting third racist.
Since season 2 is premiering tomorrow, I want to remind y'all that Stormfront is a Nazi. Of course. Also, she got gender bent, which I find very interesting. Well, I don't know what's the current take of the people gender bending bad characters. The last character that was gender bent that people go, wow, that's actually very cool, was actually Dr. Octopus from Into Spider-Verse, which actually is very cool. I really like the gender bend Dr. Octopus, but yeah, I don't know about gender bending bad characters that are obviously a Nazi. Is that a next step in the progressive movement? or is this a step backwards? I don't know, progressives. It's gender bending because that's what you love to do, right? You love to gender bend characters. You love to do it with Thor. You love to do it with Iron Man and everything like that. You want to do it with other characters. With Spider-Man, even go ahead. Spider-Woman. There's actually exists Spider-Man. But what if we gender bend a bad character? What if we gender bend Lex Luthor or gender bend Red Skull? What are the ethics of gender bending Red Skull in the progressive sphere? I really want to know. What are they gonna do? Their mind's probably gonna explode. Like Anyway, she can call me the N-word. It's literally on her belt, and yet I love her. Okay. So, hold on. The standing. The standing. Come on, y'all. Also, a bit of a sad news, or at least depending on the perspective of everybody. Kotaku UK is forbidding farewell to everybody. Oh, well. Unfortunately, Kotaku UK has said farewell. Goodbye to everybody. Kotaku UK is no more. They're not going to write articles like, oh, I don't know. Do you want me to find out? Guys, remember this? I think I need to open this classic. Oh, actually, no one can find the stream for this one because it got copy strike. I think y'all need to remember this. This is one of the products of Kotaku UK. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Persona 5 DLC includes a disability slur. Yeah. You guys remember this back in last year? Yeah. So, quite the ratio. Quite the ratio indeed. Yeah, really sorry. We updated it hours ago. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. This is trash, dog. It's so trash. It is so trash. Article so trash. The voice actors for An and Futaba on the English dub even called it out. You gotta be so fucking bad, so fucking trash fire that even the voice actors call you out. Jesus. Well, there you go. We screwed up with that Persona lyric. At least that's one of the a Persona meme. But anyway, it's one of the classics of Kotaku UK. So, I suppose I want to put the crab meme, or should we put the crab? Should we put the crab meme, or should we put the victory theme? I'd say the victory theme is enough. Yeah, maybe don't make bad articles. You'll probably not get taken down. Farewell, Kotaku UK may get fucked. Chaos Sonic wanted to $1. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But seriously though, Coffin Dance is not a bad choice as well. But no one's posting Coffin Dance anymore. But I do like Coffin Dance. I love that Coffin Dance. Anyway. Oh. Why you moved the meme stream to Thursday? Well, clearly you haven't been paying attention to my streams. I had a job tomorrow. But anyway, news. Hundreds of people lose their jobs as Kotaku UK shuts down. It's pathetic gamers. I don't think they're pathetic at all. I think they have absolutely every justification to celebrate Kotaku UK shutting down. There are a lot of jobs lost, and that's unfortunate. But the problem here is that the company itself, Kotaku UK itself, has produced trash articles. Bad articles. Actually, some of them I've talked in videos. I forgot which, but I've talked a couple of them in videos. And one in a stream. But yeah, they're bad. I didn't use gamers as an insult. Yes, you did. Gamers are just people celebrating particularly the pathetic ones. Then you are using it as an insult. Maybe it's good that Kotaku UK went under. Celebrating hundreds becoming unemployed because you didn't like some articles is just absurd. No, we didn't like a lot of their articles. It's not just some. It's not, especially, some articles are bad. Bad. They're really, really, really bad. They spread misinformation. They not just spread misinformation. It's so bad that the voice actors had to call them out. You know them all. You know a bunch of journalists. I know they all hated you personally to the point that they all deserve to lose their job. Sad, really. Well, the journalists hate us, the gamers. They have spent articles. There are a lot of articles talk about how the gamers are bad. Base opinions are $1. Let me lick those Kotaku tears. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But anyway, there are a lot of articles that talk about how gamers are bad. Gamers are dead. Remember those articles? Journalists hate us. Why should you expect us, the gamers, to have any sympathy to the groups of people that hate us? That hate the people, that hate the consumers in general? Sorry. That's just not a thing. But anyway, I don't hate gamers, Lamal. I hate assholes who happen to be gamers who celebrate a bunch of people becoming unemployed. I don't know what to tell you. We just hate the company. We just hate the publication in general because they write trash. I don't know what else to tell you. Jeez. Games are an art form and deserve to be criticized and analyzed. What? No. Games are an art form and deserve to be criticized and analyzed like one rather than be treated like children's toys. How about both? You see, there are instances, and here's an instance that I hate, where games are being treated like an art form and they're actually being seriously discussed as a legit art form. And then the people who say that games should be treated as an art form, they treat games as this misogynistic, sexist thing. Insert buzzwords here that talk about how video games are bad, etc., etc. And that if video games have all of those bad things, therefore, video games should change so that it complies to our particular moral stance. Base opinions relate to $1. As for gender bending the bad guys, they want to show not see that inclusive. 2, I mean, they personally believe like what they think. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But yeah, games in an art form deserves to be criticized and analyzed like one rather than be treated like children's toys. Games can be children's toys. Games can also be children's toys. The toys in games are at the most objective. Games are toys. Video games are indeed toys, and adults love to play them. It's perfectly fine to treat them as such. Don't treat them as seriously as a lot of these people. A lot of these people treat video games as this very master art and everything like that. And it's a statement to bring the world to a better place. That's what I hate about journalists, especially game journalists. They treat video games as this very serious art form thing that can contribute to world peace or something along those lines. A lot of journalists think it that way. And I just don't agree. I just don't think video games are like that. I think video games are just video games. They're just entertainment made for the purpose of entertainment. It's just made for fun. It's made for people's enjoyment. Don't take it too seriously. It's not that deep, bruh. It's not that deep. But yeah. No! Are you serious? Are you for real? Is that it? Is that it for the stream for today? Come on. Oh, come on. That's not much. Well, unfortunately, we just ran out of bad things. Well, to be fair, this week has been boring as fuck. There's not really a lot of people doing bad shit. It's just, those are the best that I could do for this week. It's just really bad. Not a really good week. But anyway, thank you so much for joining in the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Chaos Sonic donated to $1. Games are entertainment. I mean, they're where toys are, and it can be art and enjoyable. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining in the stream. It has been an absolute bless to have you all here. Thank you so much for the donation as well. The donations are plentiful. They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the fan arts as well. Thank you so much for you guys bringing in the chats, the questions, the entertainment, and everything like that. Yeah, a lot of good stuff for the stream. Actually, I haven't actually made the $500 goal for the particular stream, for the particular man. I don't know if it's a monthly goal, but as well, you know what? I can probably make it yearly goal. Maybe $500 per stream yearly goal. I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for coming to the stream. I'll see you next week. Same day, same time. Take care.